Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 20th of April 2023, 2 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. Back in Microsoft Flight Simulator, back in the MD-82 by Leonardo Software House. We flew it a couple of days ago. I wanted to stream today as well, the last day before I go back to work, and I just wanted to fly the aircraft again. I really enjoyed last stream, and this time we're going on 2 sectors today. We're in Scandinavia, in the capital of Norway, Oslo Gardemoen. We're going to be flying to Gothenburg, or Gothenburg, I think they pronounce it in Swedish. Flight time about 45 minutes. Quick turnaround, and then we're going to go to for the first ever time on a live stream, to the island of Gotland in Sweden, to the city there called Visby. Probably going to fly a VOR approach onto a very short runway as well for a bit of added entertainment. We're completely cold darker here. I've got ORBX scenery for every single one of the airports. I'm one of their friends of ORBX partners, so I can access to the scenery. And you can see here we're in the domestic terminal outside of stand 175, all ready to go. Now, one of the reasons I started here, I don't know why, with this scenery, I've got snow. Even though it's 16 degrees here in Oslo, there's snow with the scenery. So I thought, well, let's not see that. Let's just zoom in from the terminal to the aircraft and go from there. Live on VATSIM, live time, live weather. The weather is absolutely glorious. Cav OK all over Scandinavia today, so no excuses. I can't use weather as an excuse. Calm winds pretty much as well, but I am a bit useless when it comes to flying the MD-82, much to your entertainment for you watching at home. Who we got here? Atlantic Jet 001, good afternoon from a very warm Manchester. It's a lovely day. Jack and I went out for a long walk this morning. If you head over to my Instagram story, you can see I managed to take a picture of Jack flying, and I had some wings using a GIF for a bit of a laugh. I hope you're doing well anyway. Gossip One's here. Anthony Teal, morning everyone. I hope you're doing well over in Minneapolis. Daniel Tiovola says, oh my god, Landvetter, that's my home airport. Oh, I'm not going there though, are we? Oh no, yes. Gothenburg is Landvetter, I think. I can't remember. Someone here from Seoul, which is really cool. Rory Heaps here too. Says, really enjoyed your last few streams. Looking forward to today. Awesome stuff. Hope you're doing very well, my friend. Great to see you here as well. Who here watched the Starship launch? Now, I completely forgot about it. I went out with Jack and I was kind of rushing back because I remembered about it. I just caught a few minutes after the launch. I played it back, and it looked like one of my rockets in KSB, but yeah, awesome launch from the launch pad, and then you can see it tumbling, and before the commentators could say anything, I think we all knew something was going horribly wrong, but it was pretty awesome to watch there. Is Jack Maddog too? No, he's not Maddog. Hold on, let me just turn on yoke cam briefly. Here is yoke cam. Oh my god, you can see my belly today. I need to move that slightly. Here's Jack, look, anyway, under the desk, absolutely pooped. He's sleeping on a power cable as we speak. Oh, I just muted the alerts there briefly. So Jessica Hunt, your ping was just missed there. Let me just sort out yoke cam again so you can't actually see my stomach. Let's sort the thrust levers out as well. Jessica Hunt, thank you very much for 13 months. Greetings from cold Canada. Spring is missing this morning. What's the temperature where you are, Jessica? Sounds very cold, but thank you very much for your continued support as a member as well. I hope you're doing very well, madam. Connor Page was bonkers. I know, it's crazy, wasn't it? Base Lake Bob says hello to Jack. Edo says ciao, Jack, as well. Rob G, Anitas as well. Mad Dogs and Bellies. That's all you wanted to see today, wasn't it? Right, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft, and this is the ORBX scenery. I'm not going to have a full review of it, but it is one of their nicest ones. Well, I mean, they're all very good, but yeah, Gothenburg, they've recently updated. It's got lots of interactive features as well. Yes, I thought I'd open the bonnet. You can see that the weather radar is going to get serviced. Not that we need it today. Otherwise, we'll just go straight onto the aircraft. There's well, should we call him Lars, one of our moderators? That's the only Scandinavian name I can think of, although there's like a lady there. She's making sure everything's all okay. And let's walk on in up towards the aircraft. There we are. Alpaca Airways, part of the Flight Deck Sim group. Up we go, and into the cockpit, completely cold and dark. There we are. Ah, flawless. I like this new slower drone cam, although to get back out of it, I have to go outside again. Awesome. We'll go through the flight plans. We're going to take standard fuel. The second sector, the reason we're in Scandinavia today is there's a VATSIM event going on. Sweden pretty much is coming online, and then we'll be providing AC into Visby later, but at the moment it's a little bit earlier. I think the AC starts in about a couple of hours, but by the time we depart Gothenburg to go to Visby on the second sector, there should be ATC. Right then, so let's get the battery on. So battery on, rotate that, external power. We can now connect. and we'll get the AP up and running too. God, I just wanted to fly this again, guys. I know you guys like to see lots of different airplanes, but we flew it the other day, and I just went, oh, I really, really want to jump into the aircraft again. So it's just an awesome add-on, and it's just so quirky. Anyway, we've got that on. Position strobe lights are in the position switch, which turns on the nav lights. The red port light and the green starboard light are on. AP will turn on as well. Now, someone told me in the comment section last time you don't need to use the start pump if you're starting the AP with GPU, so we'll leave that off then. I'll put the AP master switch to start. We'll let that boot up. We'll turn on the fuel pumps. No fuel in the centre tank for this sector. It's quite short today. Emergency exit lights we can arm. We'll pop on the seatbelt sign and the no smoking sign on because we're already fueled and completed. Windshield anti-ice system, we'll turn that on now. There we go. Air conditioning and system, we'll just wait for the APU to start up. We'll get the local pressure setting. I'll just double check. There is no ATC. I doubt it, but with the time at the moment. Why is it buzzing altitude at me? What? We just set 1,000 feet in there, I think, just to shut it up. I think it's because I reset the pressure and it wasn't happy. Let's have a look then. We have ATIS. Oh no, tower's just come online. That's great. Well, we can get the ATIS and then contact tower. We'll pop the APU on the bus. APU's on. APU air on. We'll turn on the pneumatic valves as well. Even though it's 16 degrees, just want to get some conditioned air into the cabin. We'll put the supply to auto. It does take a few seconds for it when you've just turned it on for this pressure to increase. Good. Just before we load up the FMC, let me talk about the two sectors today. Here is Navigraph. So we're in Oslo, capital of Norway. Our first flight's going to take us 45 minutes southbound to Gothenburg. I think it's the second largest city in Sweden, not so sure. And after that we're going to then have a turnaround and fly eastbound. Here's our second destination. I've never flown here on a live stream or in real life. Visby on the island of Gotland. There's an international airport there. Our alternate, alternates everywhere. Look, Copenhagen, Malmo, and actually all the way up here, our furthest alternate is the capital, Stockholm, Arlanda, I believe that is. Perfect, so that's what we're going to do today. Our operational flight plan, just to show you the fuel and gross weight for this sector. Now we're going to take a full load of passengers. Alpaca Airways, very popular airline. We'll close the random now, look, so you can see it popping down. So just to show you the weight and balance, look, we've got a full load of passengers. Look, 162 out of 162, no checked in bags. Fuel for this sector, we need 7,026 kilos. We've got 7.2, so just taking standard fuel, not anticipating any issues. Latest derrick is installed, Mason Island. That is correct, did that this morning. Matthew Presley says you can put it in both if you want. The strobes are on a squat switch. Is that for the positions and strobe switch? Oh, I'll do that when I line up. Hello, Zach, Alex van der Pass. Hope you're doing well. Malteser, I think you'll be flying over my city on your way to Visby. Very, very cool. Is there a way to see your computer specs? Everything seems very smooth. Euros is on it. There you go. Andrew B, there's a question I want to ask. As a pilot, well, you spend a lot of time sat on a seat. Do you find yourself wanting to do sports to keep in shape? Well, swimming is good for all your body and cardio. I do walk the dog when I have him all the time. I'll confess I do need to be more active, especially as I get older as well. It's not that I'm lazy or anything, but we might start badminton. Don't laugh, but we've been talking about doing it. My girlfriend and I will have to see. Brilliant, Alexander Pass. Yes, I accidentally said a couple of times last stream, I'm loving the MD-11. I know it's an MD-82. I was getting muddled up with the MD-11. Very good. Let's load up the flight management computer. Have we got conditioned air coming into the cabin now? Yes, we do. Yes. Here is the FMC then. Latest air installed. There you go. Look, so 2304 from today, April the 20th, expires next month on the 18th of May. POS init page. Let's put our origin, which is Echo November Golf Mike. For Oslo Gardemoen, we'll put the GPS in. Remember, there's no IRS on the MD-82, and I've got a company route for this. So Echo November Golf Mike to Gothenburg. It's what's the code for Gothenburg? I can't remember. It is Echo Sierra Golf Golf. Echo Sierra Golf Golf. So put in company routes. There we are, it's put it all in. We'll activate that. And departure arrivals, expecting 01 left. In fact, just before we do that, let me just grab the ATIS, just check the audio and see what runway we can expect for departure 2. So they've got both departure and arrival ATIS, so 12715. And let's have a listen in. Looks like no voice for the ATIS, guys. 12715. No, unless I've got the radio. No, radio's all on. VHF on. No, it's text only, but I can read it. So, information November is active. Let me write this down so we'll get a clearance. I expect 01 left and 01 right in use. For en route clearance, request via data link or contact tower 118.3. Actually, I do. This has CPDLC, and I have linked my hopping to it, so maybe we could use ACARS to get it, but maybe en route, we'll see. 3504, Cav OK, 17 degrees, QNH is 1030, which I've already sent, no SIG, acknowledge information November. So that is all copied. And we can now carry on with the FMC routing. So 01 left, because where we're positioned at the airport, 01 left's far closer, so we'll request 01 left for departure. Just to show you where we are, 01 right will be a bit of a trek for us, so otherwise it's just going to be Kilo November, and we'll go via Alpha 2 or full length via Hotel Sierra 1, or is that Hotspot 1? I don't know. Hotel Sierra. Oh no, it'll be the Hotspot. What is the whole point here? Does it have a name? Ah, there we go, Alpha 1, I was going to say, yeah, HS is Hotspot. So plan 01 left, the SID is going to be the OXSAT 4 Alpha, so OXSAT 4 Alpha is in. We can now execute index arrival. We'll expect a Kellin 3 Kilo for 03. No transition. Execute. We'll just go to the legs page, check for any discontinuities. Where are you, legs? So used to the 731, I know it's somewhere, there we are. Let's just quickly step through this, make sure we're happy with the routing. So we'll go over to plan, get rid of the control column for a second, zoom on in. So hopefully you can see all this. So step, step, step. VMAS, Tom V, onto ILS 03. Looks good to me. So that's the routing information all in. Check for discontinuities to init ref now. So fuel, we have 7.2 on board. Let's check the gauges. 7150, we'll call it 7.2. So 7.2 slash N. Zero fuel weight is quite heavy today, 52.6. Reserves for our alternate. So we'll take fuel for the furthest alternate stay. Usually you would take fuel for the least, but it's the block fuel's including fuel for the furthest alternate. So to get over to Arlan, it's 4 tons, quite a lot of fuel for reserves. We're cruising on our first sector. It's a very short flight, so just 25,000 feet today. Cruise wind, top of climb, 057 at 34. Top of climb ISA is -1. Oops, I think I put +1 there accidentally. -1. There we are, transition altitude 7,000 feet, and we'll do the performance in a second. Let me have a look here in chat. Andrew, I was in Air Canada 737-900 on stand 38. Oh, I think you're referring to last stream. Yes, Andrew, I know it wasn't you, don't worry. Yeah, I think I knew who it was. I've messaged the individual, I haven't heard back from them, but hopefully no issues today. Epsy, yeah, some tech team members have said the text-to-speech servers are a bit wonky recently. Yeah, it seems to have always been that way, though, with V-Pilot or X-Pilot with voice ATIS. Doesn't always seem to work. Could be a bug across the whole network. Could be. Oh, someone wants me to use ACARS to get the clearance. Oh, let me just see if they're using it on tower. I've never tried it before. I'd like to ideally have tested it first. Oh, okay. I'll try. So, just before we get the clearance, I'll try and use the CPDLC to get the clearance in a second. Let's just do the performance. So I took the time prior to stream to put the latest weather conditions in. It's gone up a degree now, hasn't it? So 16 degrees. Rest is pretty much the same. 01 length, 01 left. Oh no, hold on. 16 degrees, that was takeoff. 01 left, flap 11, which was the optimal one. QNH 1030, not using anti-ice, packs are on. We'll use full length for 01 left. Press calculate, 59.5. Flap 11, selected temperature 50 degrees. We could lift the max of takeoff weight with that thrust setting of 68 tons, and the speeds are all there. So 33, 38, 47. 33, 38, 147. They say set V2 plus 10 on the MCP, so 157. That's heading. 157. And it was selected temperature 50 degrees. So ART off. Takeoff flex. And as you can see, look, the EPR decreased, look, as I increased the assumed temperature for departure. There we are, 50 degrees is set. So performance is done. Yeah, sure, but the checklist I'm doing says set V2 plus 10. I don't exactly know why. So I know some 737 operators, we set V2, some others set V2 at a different speed. In the 737, it doesn't really matter, because if you have an engine failure between V2 to V2 plus 20, the flight directors just command the speed at which the engine failure occurred, so it's more just a target speed there. So sometimes you might have to fly exactly at V2, for example, certain engine outsids, so that's why we bug V2 on the 73. Why certain operators bug it plus 10, I don't know. So let's now try and get our clearance, guys. I've never done this in this aircraft, so bear with me. CPDLC, connection, online stations. So it's actually picking them up. So we need to log on to Echo November Golf Mike. So how do I log on to that? Connection status? Not connected. Okay, Echo November Golf Mike. Oh no, my ID, sorry. So that's, let me just, Echo November Golf Mike. Our ID, so flight number this will be, is Alpaca, Victor Charlie Papa. What are we today? I've completely forgotten. 2-1 Golf Tango. Oh dear. ATS flight ID. Hi. You don't want to use the CPDLC notification feature. Tower's helping me out here. Oh really? You'll want to use DCL PDC direct. See, in my operator, we don't even use CPDLC to get clearances, so at least he's watching the stream. I'll just get out of voice. See, this is the thing. I wish to. These are the sort of things I want to do before the stream, because I don't want you watching me try it out for the first time. I've got a clue. So let's go back to map. We'll revert to voice, which is what you do if CPDLC doesn't work. And we'll contact Tower. Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango Stand 175 information November 1030 departure clearance to Gothenburg, please.
Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango Gardemoen Tower, good afternoon. Clear to Gothenburg via the Oaks 4 Alpha departure, runway 01 left, initial climb 7,000 feet, squawk 5305.
Cleared to Gothenburg on the Oxat 4 Alpha departure. Climb to 01 left, climb 7,000 feet, squawk 5305. Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango.
Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango, read back correct.
Perfect. At least he tried to help me with the CPDLC, but we'll try again another time. And Sinking, thanks for trying. You're welcome. So let's get the squawk in. 5305. And we'll set that to 7,000 feet. And we can confirm the SID is in the FMC. Go to the route page. Let's just log off of CPDLC here. Menu, AFMSC, and Oscat 4 Alpha. There we are, Oxat 4 Alpha. Right, so we've done a performance. Let's just have a little brief of the taxi and routing, and then we'll do a little bit of a panel scan, make sure we are happy. So, taxiing to 01 left, we're going to power back, based off popular demand, no doubt, onto Kilo 2. I don't know if these stands are a straight pushback. Ideally a power back, we can just go straight backwards onto Kilo 2. But then we'll go out via Kilo, most likely left on November, and we'll take Alpha full leg for 01 left. And here is our SID, the OCSAT for Alpha of 01 left. Initial climb 7,000 feet. That is set on the FMC here. Runway QDM I just need to set as well, which is 012. 012. I'll set the course to 012 as well. We'll tune up the ILS as well, just in case we have to come straight back. 012, 012. And Little Bird told me the ILS frequency for 01 left is 110.3. There we are, so that's tuned. So the SID, the OCSAT for Alpha, will be climbing straight ahead, legs page, to Golf Mike 436, slight left turn, Golf Mike 437, track 348, which checks, right turn to Nidim, 129, estimated altitude, then another sharp right turn to Okaki, then OCSAT, it's all cleared. At my operator we put 7,000 feet stop altitude in the FMC as well, we'll put that in at Nidim, executing them. When we get further climb we can delete restriction in the FMC. So that's it pretty much, guys. Let's just do a quick paddle scan to make sure the aircraft's all configured correctly. So we'll work our way up here. So APU's on the bus. We'll disconnect the external power now and get all the... Uh-oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to start boarding. Start boarding. Quickly on, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got 6 minutes until we're due out, so hopefully it'll be done by the time we've done that there. Go here, disconnect the ground power. Perfect. We'll start... Oh no, we'll leave the doors open for now. So APU's on the bus. Work our way up here. We don't need to worry about any of this. Circuit breakers are all in. Fault and fire tests are done. Fuel heat we don't need on. That's all set there. That comes on after engine start. Working our way down the middle. Sorry, the mouse is a little bit different to explain. That's all done and configured. Windshield icing is on. We want both the FMCs in normal position. Air conditioning and pressurization systems all set. The elevation in Gothenburg. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I hope so. The elevation in Gothenburg Landvetter is 505 feet. So we'll put 500 feet here. So there we are. Where's 500 feet, and the QNH is 1028. So that's the that'll be for the scheduled pressurization, and we'll lock the door. Working our way here. Windshield shear tests. Ground proximity warning test. I won't do that because it goes on for ages. We'll do a stall warning test. Hopefully none of that today. Max speed warning test. It's great. Check the FOD, so you move that to test, you get FOD system in op, test light checked in there. Temperature's nice, 22 degrees, all the overhead panel is set. Onto the MCP. Flight director can come on both sides. Everything's all set up here. Working our way down here, uncage the artificial horizon. Longcat, 6 figures, still 90 quid, is it worth it now? Is it 90 quid? I can't remember. Yeah, well, in launch it wasn't bad. You need the sound pack though, you need the sound pack. Now you'll see, look, all the flaps have drooped here. It's because we don't have any hydraulics on here. We'll put on the auxiliary pumps. You'll see the hydraulic pressure increase, look and see the flaps retracting. Oh, just missed it there. Because obviously there's no pressure, it just droops. So that's now set. We've done the rest here. Ooh, yeah, just need to set the V-speeds. Bugs, there we go. Clock. Lots of tests to do. It's like Pac-Man. Brilliant. There's the brake temperature gauge all set, and everything's set here on the pedestal. I think we're all good, pretty much ready to go. Quickly flip through the checklist. Fuel quantity gauge is all set. It does this automatically, so it should set the zero fuel weight for me, 52.5 and 59,650. That will decrease as we taxi out because we use 56.5 for departure. That is it. We're just ready for power back on stand. How's boarding going? Oh, is there a way of hurrying this up? I've completely forgot to do it. Should do random failures in this thing. Oh no, gravy. It's a failure, me flying it half the time. Right, so I'll get these passengers on a little quicker. Hopefully they're boarding through the rear stairs too. As mentioned, this scenery, there's snow, I don't know why. 16 degrees, it's just around the scenery, and the other sceneries don't have the snow issue. I checked the settings in the ORBX utility app, and there was no additional settings for Oslo for snow or anything like that, so... this has been the flight deck. Is like a Frankenstein 734 and A306 mixture. Sort of a bit of a mess there. MD-11 and 717 warnings are nightmare. Fuel. Oh, I don't know if you meant fuel there, Briggy. That boarding agent needs to scan boarding passes more quickly. He does, Euros. Longcat, go out and start shouting at the passengers like Basil Fawlty. Unbelievable. Callis, GSX menu, timings, passenger density. I don't have GSX installed. Edo, I'm parked on your right in observer mode, ready to push back. Let's go. Ah, you're following along in observer. You should come on the network, Edo. But yeah, obviously, if you're in observer mode, I will not see you. There's a FedEx over there. So yes, halfway through. When did we start that? 4 or 5 minutes ago? Well, we'll just have a slight delay there. In fact, oh no, I probably best not start the engines whilst we're boarding. FXX Thai, hello mate, watching from Stockholm Arlanda ATC Tower. Feel free to do a flyby on your way to Visby. Very good. I did think about going to Arlanda, but I've been there quite a few times, and I thought, you know what, let's go to Visby, and I think they've got an ATC controller exam going on, so they can do with the traffic. Perfect. Well, Jack's fast asleep. We're all ready to go in good time. 62 passengers left. I think when boarding's complete you get a nice little ding. Look, you can hear her doing a PA. It's a bit subdued. But what a beautiful day. Look at this weather. Absolutely wonderful. West Noble 1020. That is such a beautiful piece of machinery. It is old school. It is old school. What I love about it is, it's just how solid it is. I mean, look at the speed you can fly with the flaps and slats out. Look, slats extended, yeah, 280 knots, no problem. Fully down, you can do 240. You can do 240. Flaps up to 11, 280 knots. You'll rip things off in any other aeroplane. Well, whilst we wait for boarding, I'll put some music on. I think everything else. I've just tried to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. No, I think we're all good. I'll get ready to start the departure. Oh, no, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to do the long trim. What was our CG? So weight and balance, CG 10.8. So 10.8 set, we're using flap 11. So we'll now set the trim. Just need to move the white bar next to the green one. And these kind of nose-up trim settings are quite realistic. I was looking at some forum posts from MD-80 pilots, and certain configurations when full, it can be quite trim, quite nose-up, have a lot of nose-up trim. Because I was looking about the landing technique, and sometimes they had to sort of add thrust to flare just to help the nose come up. It's crazy. Gravy Overload, you've got to get like a mic effect to sound like a PA, so you simulate making your announcements to the passengers. How about just cover it? How about that? I'm never doing that again. Up to Cat said, remember these as a kid when SAS still had them. Looks very cool, but they're still flown today. Not many around. I think American Airlines, one of the biggest operators, they retired their last one. Was it last year or a couple of years ago? Alitalia was the largest European operator. They retired them years ago as well. Creepy 5 out of 10, mate. Cheers. Right. Nearly there, guys. Ah, can't find the one I'm looking for. 10 to go, 9 to go. And in anticipation of the engine start, we'll take the packs off. I'll turn the anti-collision light on. Don't do that whilst you're still boarding. Ground crew will start getting nervous. And there we are, verified chocks get removed. They do. Ah, look, they're retracting the stairs for me. Looks like boarding's complete. It is. After service door, we need to close. Why is that not closing? It won't let me close it. Is it because I turned the anti-collision light on and it sort of jammed it? I can't close the aft service door. This is a problem. It's stuck open. You can hear me. Oh! There we go. Cheers, Betty in the back. Door's now closed. Excellent. Right, let's request engine start and stand. Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango stand 175. Request engine start and stand for then a power back in about 5 minutes.
Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango, no problem. Straight pushback and startup approved. QNH 1030.
Start and push approved. QNH 1030 Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango. Let's do it. So clear to start. Anti-collision light
Tower, hello.
is coming on. I'll turn the sounds up here because it is an awesome sounding beast when it starts up. So start the engines. Engine start system A or B, it doesn't matter.
Tower, hello.
And then to
on
Alpha
6. Expect stand. I'll get back to you with the stand.
So N2, oil pressure, N1, went for 20% N2. I thought it was the cookie, but I don't think it is this time. Fuel going in.
Stand 6-8, wind 0-4, 0 degrees, 5 knots, 0 left, clear for land.
So these are inlet guide vanes, guys, these don't spin. Wonderful. Perfect, that sounds like a good start on engine number 2. Close the guard, starting engine number 1.
Alpaca 14, Gardemoen Tower, hello, clear to Gothenburg, via the upstand for Alpha departure, runway 01 left, initial climb 7 feet, squawk 25, 5,
N2, oil pressure, N1.
Alpha 14, here to Gothenburg via the hot gas for Alpha departure.
Fuel's going in. Awesome. Wonderful. Right, looks like, or sounds like 2 good starts. Let's do the after start before taxi flow. So APU bus switches can come off, air conditioning supply to auto, APU air switch to off, APU master switch to off, engine ignition switches to off, pitot and static heaters to captain and on. We don't need engine anti-ice for departure. Auxiliary hydraulic pump switch to off, pneumatic crossfeed valves closed, window and doors closed and locked, spoilers arm, there we are, flaps to 11, so we dial the flap to 11, auto brake to arm and takeoff, flight controls full and free movement.
Nordic 11990 Gardemoen Tower, hello,
Perfect, so full forwards, full back, left and right. Here comes the rudders, full right and full left. Perfect. Check the master caution. ART and op we know about, parking brake is set. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that to primary, there we are. And that's it, the before taxi, after start before taxi checklist is complete. We have been cleared to push and start, so what we're going to do is do a straight push onto 175, off 175 onto the taxi line. Are you ready? As per popular demand. Parking brakes released. Need a bit more. Wonderful. Right, that will do. Just set the parking brake for a second and we'll request taxi. Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, request taxi.
Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, taxi, Kilo 2, Kilo, and November Alpha 3 is available.
Kilo 2, Kilo, November, and request full length via Alpha 1, please. Alpha 2, Alpaca 21 Golf Tango.
Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, bridge requested, Kilo November, holding point, Alpha 1 0 1 left.
Kilo November, Alpha 1 4 0 1 left, Alpaca 21 Golf Tango. Perfect, so just to show you, Kilo November, and we're going to go full length via Alpha 1. So, let's pop on the taxi light to the bright, release parking brake. I think it might have been released, I'll do a quick config check. There we are, no takeoff config warning. Let's go to Gothenburg. A bit more on my tiller there. So this cockpit was very quiet, or is very quiet, because the engines are so far back, and reading forum posts of people that flew this aircraft, they said it's one of the quietest commercial jets ever. And I think that's quite realistically modelled here. Struggling to turn there because I had full right on the tiller, just a little bit more thrust. Perfect. So sorry about the snow. I shouldn't be there. So left on Kilo. Oh, the bus is telling us where to go. So first left is November.
Scandinavia 460, welcome to Gardemoen, continue taxi.
Try to go on. There's the Scandinavia standard.
And 68.
Now we'll take the next left.
Scandinavian 460 taxi.
Yeah, I just don't like taxi physics in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's taking a lot of concentration, and it almost comes to a stop when you make steep turns. And then as soon as you go level, it just accelerates like woof.
Also tower Alpaca 14 request.
Perfect.
Alpaca 14, QNet 1030, push and start group.
I've got a centre wanting to contact them, but I'm on tower. I'll let him at least get me airborne. Right, let's do the checklist here, just to make sure I'm ready for departure. So, engine ignition selector switches to both. Flaps set to take off, which we've done. Auxiliary, hydraulic and transfer pump switches on. There we are. Can I get rid of it? Oh, I can't get rid of that one there. And that's it. I'm going to do my operators checklist here, which is a great way to just check the configuration. So config we checked, flaps we have 11, stab trim set for departure, all the way back here 7 or 8 units. Takeoff briefing, so air conditioning system is set V speeds are set as well. We've got 33, 38, 47 and 157 set on here, the MCP. The SID is the OXAT 4 Alpha, RNAV SID, so I'll make sure we've got nav engaged. There we are, nav. Climbing straight ahead, following the RNAV waypoints. GM 436, 437 right turn NIDM, stopping at 7,000 feet. So that's reviewed. Do the rest of the checks here. So water throttle, I'll arm. Wing landing lights can come on as well. Strobes on. I'm going a little bit fast here, maximum 30 knots really. I can go to both. Brake. God, the brakes are very effective. Power on for the weather radar. And that's all ready to go. Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango ready for departure.
Roger.
I heard that, Matthew Presley, when I turned the auto throttle on. I heard the engines sort of spool down.
Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango, wind 040 degrees, 5 knots, 01 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 01 left, clear takeoff, Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango. Clear for takeoff, guys. So, I'm just going to get the next frequency on standby. Here. Everything's all set up prior to line up. I did that whilst taxiing out, which helps me save a little bit of time. Perfect. So MCP set, transponder, TARA. Where are you? There we are. Strobe lights are on, landing lights are on, checklist complete. Token's in chat then. We're all ready to go. Make sure I've done everything else. Auto throttle, nav armed, EPR, climb at 1500 feet. I think we're all good. So, before I forget, you guys start shouting at me. There's the timer. Oh! I tried to line up on the runway though. Oh god. You don't get the sense. It's just not easy to taxi. I had the same amount of rudder input to line up on the runway. So when I looked up, I should have been nicely on the runway. Oh dear. I'm just taxiing in this if I don't like. Anyway. Usually it says stabilise, but I don't think it's going to say it. There we are, set takeoff thrust.
Takeoff thrust set.
Perfect. EPR 50. Oh, camera precision's not very good. Oh, let's make a speed brake. Right, carrying on. It's the speed brake noise. Yes. There we go. It just disarmed itself. It's a bit of noise on my speed brake. Using all the runway.
Also, Alpaca 1-4.
Everyone, pause rate, gears coming up.
Alpaca 1-4, taxi, Golf, and November, holding point runway 01 left. Alpha 3 is available.
Taxi runway 01 left, full point Alpha 2 via Golf, November, Alpaca 1-4.
Yeah, trim here. So we're going to go climb. And VNAV. Heading hold. No, I want LNAV. Nav.
Hotel Heavy.
Hopefully it will lower the nose, start getting the aircraft to accelerate at the moment. Still sort of commanding a climb. Just going to do some hand flying here. Don't want to retract the flaps yet. Maybe it's going up to 3,000 feet before it accelerates. Maybe I have to retract the flaps.
Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango, contact flight 118.875. Bye-bye.
118.875, Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango. Thanks to ATC, sir. Bye-bye. Yes, I think to initiate the acceleration, you have to sort of start the flap retraction. There we are, it's accelerating now. Wait for the slats to come up. I will contact Polaris. I should have turned on the eye tracker here. Look at all this snow that shouldn't be here. There we are, Polaris is active. Polaris, hello, it's Alpaca 21 Golf Tango on the Oxsat 4 Alpha, passing 3,600 for altitude 7,000 feet.
Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, flight control, 250, passing 4,000 feet, clear direct Caleb.
Half level 250, passing 4,000 feet, direct Caleb, Alpaca 21 Golf Tango. Direct where? Caleb. Well, there's 4,000 feet.
Another gate 5 Tango Alpha,
Let me get this trimmed out here.
So, flight level 100. Down to level 100,
autopilot on, that's engaged. Passing 4,000 feet, direct to somewhere. I'll set to 240, which was our cleared flight level. Where's direct intercept? Correct. Direct to correct. Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, just confirm that was direct to correct after 4,000.
Alpaca 21 Golf Tango, even better, direct Caleb.
Caleb, thank you, Alpaca 21 Golf Tango. I hope the autopilot's doing what it should be doing. Where is Kate? Oh, Kaylin, there we go. Execute. Right, now is it levelling off at 7,000? It was doing that, but because I've now just gone direct to Kaylin, it stopped levelling off. There we are. Don't forget to arm your altitude, thank you. Right, I think that takeoff went quite well. Is it still wanting to level off here? What's it doing? I think it's still wanting to level off here. Let me just reselect VNAV. VNAV climb, yeah. I think because it had that 7,000 foot restriction in, I've just pressed VNAV, probably it's updated it here, and I've been on the plan the whole time as well. Right, let's do the after takeoff checklist. So verify climb is selected, which it is. Get to turn the sim up slightly. ART to auto. Flap slats are up, gear verify up, spoilers disarmed. Yeah, that was a bit annoying. They sort of disarmed, just popped down during the takeoff roll. Which, look, I just moved this a tiny bit. There you go, look, it disarms. So there's a little bit of noise there coming from my thrust lever. Otherwise, I probably should have stopped. Flap stow, auto brake can come
Nordic
off.
58 Tango Alpha, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1030.
Auxiliary hydraulic and tram pump switches off.
On the gate for Tango Lucas, your wind has shifted, so turn left heading 350 again.
Just accidentally turn the hydraulics off.
350, 855.
So hydraulic pumps off. Just make sure I do this right. Transfer pumps and auxiliary hydraulic off, and then these want to be on low. There we are. So that is set. Air conditioning and pressurization, diff pressure. It's the small needle on this, so 3.9 psi climbing is set. Crew release checks complete. On our way. Yeah, not bad departure. Quite busy though. Quite busy.
Control good.
Look at this, great. Yeah, I forgot to turn. I keep forgetting to do this. Look, I need to utilise my eye tracker because on departure it is a really nice.
Control, hello, squawk
Right.
1076, expect
Next one I'll do. Anyway, I forgot to set standard. Look, set standard, passing 100.
Squawk 1076.
For 240.
Right.
Let's do the pre-cruise check. So fuel, we've got 6.4 tons on board, and necessary pumps on. Lights. Oops, managed to retract half of them. They can come off. Air conditioning and pressurization. Diff is 4.0, climbing and set. Passengers to auto. Light up your fags. Checks complete. Major specials. Why weather? In case of camo case, since you turn on weather radar, you need to turn weather knob right of altimeter to see weather on ND. Yeah, don't remember, I don't fly this aircraft there. Mazda specials. So where's that switch? You need to turn weather knob right of the altimeter. Ah, okay. This one here? PFD. There we are, it's on. Being in plan doesn't help either. There we are. Yeah, so we'll start setting up for the approach soon because it is a very, very short flight. Thanks. Yeah, can you remind me, Fluber? Don't forget to turn the hydraulic pumps back on when you start your descent. The transfer ones, I guess. Now you can see, look, it's just a bit of snow around Copenhagen with that scenery. Always on our way. Beautiful day. Still the black one. You really want me to have this weather radar on? It won't. It was on. Look, it's turned up to the highest, isn't it? Well, it says weather in green still. Ah, is that a click spot to change? Ah, that's quite good, but I can't click back. Oh, that's cool. But how do I click in the other direction?
85 Tango Alpha, descent 4,000 feet. Descending 4,000 feet, okay, 5 Tango Alpha.
Matthew, we need Leonardo to make a fully steam gauge version of the MD-82. Yes, I've got a nice TV screen for my PFD. A right click. Thank you. That's really useful. I didn't know that. That's super useful.
When ready, descend flight level 120.
Roger, when ready to send flight level 120 action. Confirm the arrival against one.
You will correct your kilo, clear direct north flight on the ILS 01 right.
Beautiful.
November Oscar Sierra Lima Alpha.
So, on our way. Didn't see much of the ORBX scenery, but we've got a lovely shortcut look direct to where it was. Kalin. Kalin's the beginning of the arrival, so straight onto the Kalin 3 kilo for 03. And then the next flight, yeah, I'm probably going to end up doing a VOR approach, which I've not practiced. I broke my rule today. No test sectors, just not had any chances to. I checked the scenery was installed correctly. I've not tried a non-precision approach in this aircraft yet. So with VR, I don't know if you can use VNAV, but I'm going to use vertical speed. If we do the VR approach, we're going to do a vertical speed approach using nav and vertical speed. Flavio, transfer auxiliary pumps on.
Current heading cleared, and
then to put high when you start descent. I'll forget that. Euros flyby, I can't do that unfortunately in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
50.
So anything that happened didn't happen on the test sector. Absolutely. Oh Pete, that's very generous of you, thank you very much.
It's the post-holiday back-to-work feeling. Grab yourself an airport espresso.
I will do, Pete. Thank you very much for 20 quid. That's very generous of you, sir. I hope you enjoy your flight on Sunday, going on holiday yourself. Yes, today is my last day of holidays. I've just had 2 weeks off. Back to reality. I've got a full block of flying coming up. Which is why I wanted to get this stream done today, because it won't be until late next week I can have any chance to stream again.
Oscar, Romeo, Echo, Tango,
Yeah, no test sector. That's why the takeoff went a bit abnormal. Yeah, it's so it feels a bit funky with the rudder here. So when you're going nice and slow,
India, November. Sorry about that.
the turn's nice and tight. But if you sort of go over 3 or 4 knots, a bit like the PMDG 737, it just turns really poorly. Like it just understeers, just goes in a straight line. So I put my rudder in, looked up, right. By the time I finished messing around with the transponder, I should be on the sense line. I was off the side of the runway because I just don't like the feeling of this. If you wanted to switch to flip, you could turn the engine sync on the upper right overhead panel. Thanks, Matthew. I've seen that before. Is that to stop that sort of, that sort of like you get the twin prop? Just to make sure the RPM's exactly the same. Philippe, how much do you recommend this plane? I'd recommend it. It's expensive, but if you want to fly a very decently modelled... What have I just done there? Believe it normal. If you want to fly, I would hazard to guess a decently modelled MD-82. It's a good investment to make. Anyway, I filed at 2.5, we're been cleared to 2.4. Yeah, Kieran, that's another thing Microsoft Flight Simulator, exactly. The rudder, and I know someone told me, one of the devs told me that basically when it's on the ground, the aircraft's rudder authority is halved. As soon as it gets airborne, it doubles its effectivity. So you get this sort of jerk. It's yeah, obviously it doesn't happen like that in real life.
Scandinavian 148 from 5,000 feet.
Yeah, I know Doc Trench, you wouldn't want to do that takeoff on a short runway. It seemed quite accurate. I was quite slow spooling the engines up as well, which didn't help. I'm glad I went full length though. Right guys, we need to start setting up for this approach here. So we're already routing direct to Kalin. The arrival's going to be from Kalin to Vemas, which is here. From Vemas, right turn to Tomvi, and then that's it. Expect vectors to final. If there's no ATC, we'll self-position. Try and do a CDA. Tomvi wants us around 6,000 feet, so that looks good. And then straight onto the ILS. Love Scandinavia. Loads of RDAV now. It'll be ILS 03 today.
Alpaca 2 on Golf Tango confirmed, climb flight level 250.
Sorry, climb flight level 250, Alpaca 2 on Golf Tango. 250 checked VNAV, and that's set now as our cruise level. No, I was just thinking about that. There we are, so we're going to either self-position or get vectors onto Golf 708. Terrain, no issue, look, 3,200 feet all the way around. ILS frequency is 110.3, which is the same as 01 left, look, 013, course is 022. Shit, I need to arm it, don't I? But it should have levelled off anyway. 022 for the courses. Platform's 3,000 feet. Intercept the ILS at 7.7 DME. That's Fox 03. Now we have Fox 03. Hard altitude of 3,000 feet is set. Elevation we already know, 500 feet. Minimums Cat 1 ILS 678 feet. Just set this yellow button to about 678 feet. And to make sure we get the correct audio call outs, it's based off radio altitude, so I'll put that to 200. Shouldn't really set that for this, but I think that's just to ensure we get the correct noises. That's it guys, straight in ILS. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet, then we'll make a left turn to Golf 721, which is... who knows? Can't see anywhere. But we'll make that left turn anyway.
Nordic 1190.
Looks like it's just a straight line in here in the FMC.
Direct to Master, Nordic 1190.
Just says vectors there. Oh, sorry. Climb straight to 3,000 feet, radar vectors for a new approach. The other one's in if you lose comms. To go to Golf 721. This height distance cross checks, all good. Let's have a little look at the airport then. So, Gothenburg, nice long runway. Look, 3,300 metres. I think we'll plan to vacate the high speed at Echo. It's going to be a distance around 2,500 metres. I've got Cat 3 here if needed. Can this aircraft do Cat 2 and Cat 3? Taylor, why is glide slope failed? It's because we don't have an ILS in range. And as we saw yesterday, the ILS and glide slope are very late in Microsoft Flight Simulator to become active. Realistically, you can pick them up quite far out, even though you might not necessarily want to use the information. Let's have a little look at the landing performance. ATIS, no ATIS online, so we'll just use the METAR. So performance, landing. So Gothenburg surface wind is 050 at 9. Just change the code to ESGG. What on earth have I just done? I typed G, didn't I? Right, what's the gear retraction speed? Gear down. Well, it's not letting me retract it. Yeah. Great. Oh, that's my fuel burn out the window. In fact, I've got max continuous thrust set. Yeah, well done. I'm just going to set MCT because we're losing speed here. I cannot raise the gear. What is the gear retraction speed? Can someone look that up? Let's just change this over to Mac. It's a bit loud in here, as it would be. How do I change this to Mac as well? Oh yeah, it's because, let me just go to speed. Mac. How holds engaged. I'm just going to reduce speed here. Oh, hydraulic pumps. Oh, really? I'll just turn them all on for a second. Thank you! Oh, it's just testing it works. Yeah. Right, note to self. Do not type. Use the keyboard. Why has Gothenburg only got a G in it? It had 2 G's as well. Echo Sierra Golf Golf. Surface wind 0509. Unicom 122 less late. Thank you for the ATC. Alpaca 2 Golf Tango. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nothing to see here. If you're just tuned in, I have not just lowered the gear. There's Unicom. Surface wind 05089. Temperature outside is 17 degrees. Lovely and warm. Adref +5, runway 03. We'll have flap 11, flap 28. We're going to try flap 40 later on then into Gotland because it's a short runway. Yes, reverse. We'll go with medium brakes. Landing weight 56.9 it reckons. It won't be far off that. Let's call it 57 tons conservatively. Where's top of descent? That's okay. Yeah, there's lots of things you can accidentally click and move in this aircraft. 57 tons. Max landing weight, out of curiosity, what is that? 59, so 2 tons off max landing weight. There we are, so factored land distance is 1939. We need about, what was it, 2,600. We might go order brake minimum. Oh, it's 2611. Factored 3,000. You know what? I'll go with the actual one of 2,600. We can always brake manually. We'll go minimum and then we'll vacate to Echo. And then get a parking stand chance. Oops, wrong airport. Where are you? Yeah, vacate Echo, invite Juliet or Hotel or Golf, and we'll just take one of the stands. I'll pin that. Perfect. All good. Ready for descent. And top descent is 20 miles away. What gear? You didn't lower the gear? Yeah, I know Atlantic Jet. What am I on about? It's okay. Sometimes you need to land at 25,000 feet. That's it. Martin Gill, time you can't say that. The ground crew would have stopped you from doing it in real life. I will confess, I have accidentally, and I think most 737 operators could put their hand up to this, have accidentally lowered the gear on the after takeoff checklist. So on the 7.3, you know, we have the off position. If you move ever so when you move it from up, you move it to off. If you move ever so slightly past the off position, the gear will come back down. And it's very tempting if that happens just to quickly put the gear lever back up. Don't do that. Just put the gear down. Just, you know, laugh it off. Get the speed below 235 knots. Raise the gear again. That's all you have to do. It would be fun if you could lower the gear again due to damage. You'd be quite surprised. Aircraft, you can lower the gear at quite high speeds. There you go. The gear down 300 knots. Mach decimal 70. Oh yeah, we can speed back up now actually. Go back to VNAV. There we are. VNAV level FMC speed. MCDU message. Reset altitude. Right, so let's have a look at that arrival again. There's no restrictions at all on this. It's literally a straight in arrival. So what I'll do, I'll just whack in. Just put what's the transition altitude? By ATC. It'll be something like 5,000. What I'll do, I'll set 60, and the aircraft should start descending automatically in VNAV. And I've armed it. Yes, you got it, Andrew. Just a small glitch, nothing to worry about, passengers. Absolutely. Rufus the Poodle, for de-icing holdover times, does that mean when you must be airborne or when you must be rolling on the runway? Ooh, the exact sort of definition. You got to be on, you know, the runway ready for takeoff basically as soon as the holdover time expires. So if you're number 2 or at the whole point holdover time expires, you need to get the aircraft checked again. Or if that's not possible, full de-icing, anti-icing procedure. Anti-collision light is off, is it? How did I manage that? I 100% turned it on. I remember doing it. Must have knocked it at some point. Taylor, haven't done that yet. No, on the Max I haven't accidentally put the gear down. It is possible. You have to just be very careful. There we are. Down we go from 25,000 feet. We should be about 75 miles from touchdown. Look at that, 75 miles. Let's actually... Should we test the aircraft's VNAV? If we pretty much... should be now set to landing bugs. 229, 139, yeah, those are all good. Yeah, flap extension on this. So is that, which one's the clean speed? Is it no, it can't be 229. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Let's see what VNAV can do anyway. Right now it's where I'd expect it top of descent to be anyway. .229 is the clean speed. Wow, it's quite a high clean speeds, Matthew. Hunterell, you are descending. I know. We need to land at some point. Hello, Raggy Bus. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, super short flight this. We've only been airborne for 24 minutes. No replay again in this aircraft, unfortunately, but I'll leave it in a transit state when we're doing 2 flights today, which is why they're quite short. And the ATC starts in Sweden in 50 minutes, so we should be landing at 22. I'll take a 10-minute break. 32. By the time we get airborne, ATC should be coming online. So yeah, that's a really high clean speed. Is there a way you put... I don't think you can put fixed rings in. I know you can go on a fixed page and put waypoints and whatnot, but I've not been able to put any rings in. Econ speed 285 knots, 285, look at that. Great. No fixed rings. Oh. What is the fast ticking noise when in the cockpit, Joseph Roy? That's probably the altimeter vibrator that you're hearing. I did a YouTube Shorts video about that. Stops it sticking. What was that blinking there? ILS light was blinking. Matthew, yeah, you're in, what is it now, 7.5 or 7.6 you're flying? Yeah, 260 knots. See, here's me bumbling around in my NG. You know, the absolute highest up speed you can have is 220. That's if you're, max takeoff weight. And when you're empty, it's like 190 knots. Yeah, well, Jumbo's 260, 270 or something like that, isn't it? Martin, I remember always having to tap it in the glider to see what my action height was. Yes, I remember when I was gliding, I used to be tapping the altimeter. Andrew, are you still happy with the performance of your PC with these meaty add-ons? Well, the PC's only a year old, Andrew, and my specs up there, where Nightbot. Oh, as you can. Oh, it was actually you, sorry. Yeah, absolutely fine. I've got Fly Live open here, which gives you FPS readout. I'm getting 40 FPS. You know, it's obviously a high complex add-on here, and it should look pretty smooth to you guys. We were in JFK yesterday, or a couple of days ago, and it was smooth enough. It was 30. Doc Trench, I really wish you could do fixes in this, like kind of 7.3. So how do visual approaches? I'm sure the fixes are like that with the real FMC, but it's still a shame. Not so sure, Doc Trench. I think it's pretty well modelled. Maybe you can't do them in real life either, but yeah, they do increase situational awareness considerably. Andrew, you forgot to turn off the APU, so you had a tri-jet. Love it. Oh, so you know you're not going to be on the 7.6 any longer, Matthew. Oh, 7.3, you want to stay on that. Trevor, if you don't respond, do you get a visit from QRA? Yes. Yes, don't want to be that person, but quick response action, you'll be intercepted in European airspace. They give you plenty of... I've heard it happen. I've heard people get the warning, you know, if you don't contact us, we will intercept you. And that's usually after about half an hour of trying. Common, I say common, probably happens most frequently on the flights I've heard from the Canaries to the UK or to the mainland, because when you're talking to Agadir, you check in and you don't do anything until basically you get to the FIR boundaries, 45 minutes to an hour. But people have flown whole lengths of continents without forgetting the radio. There we are. I've had Verma's fuel situation. We've got loads of gas. Look, 5.2 tons. Need 4 tons to go to our lander. So hopefully it will start reducing speed a couple of 1,000 feet. Absolutely glorious weather. Sounds like the oil throttle's adding thrust here, just to get back to its target speed initially. I have noticed it does have a tendency to sometimes overshoot turns. It's adding a lot of thrust now. Let's have a look here. So 36 miles to go, 105. Yeah, I'd say maybe even a tad high. We'll keep an eye on it. Andrew, is Unicom and ATC a real thing in real life flying? If so, is it same frequency? No. Well, yeah, there are listening frequencies, but an airport like this is going to have full ATC. There we are. So the bug speed's now reduced to 250 knots. Let's monitor that. Do you get drag required messages in the FMC and the MD-80? Alright, we'll send out to the platform altitude now, which is 3,000 feet. Set the QNH. It's still not letting me do that, so I'll have to do it manually. 1028. Good. 6 all from high names. Dope. It should add. I will use eye tracker for this approach. You do get drag required messages. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. Hi, Bo. Good evening. Alright, it's 10,000 feet to do the post-cruise check. So fuel, we've got loads, 5.2 tons on board. Lights are over here for some reason. On. Angle of bank is set to 25 degrees. Pressurization is all good. Forgot to put the seatbelt sign on, so we'll do that now. Check's complete. Oh, it's doing a bit of a dirty dive now. Look, 4,000 feet per minute. Where's my profile gone? Yet there's drag required. God, how do I see how high I am on profile? So it did a massive update there. So speed brake's coming out. We're doing 6,000 feet per minute. What's going on, VNAV? Flipping heck. You're going to hit the ground in a minute and a half at this rate. Well, there's the profile. Speed brake's out. I've creeped up to around 260 knots. Oh my goodness, that was interesting. Maybe VNAV needs some tweaking. Don't forget to arm altitude, thanks. I've still got the speed brake out. I just want to see how VNAV puts me onto the approach now, but that was a huge dive. Still got speed brake out. Right, there's our target speed. Speed brake stowed, and it's coming onto the glide slope now. Fighting my instincts not to go VS, I just want to see how it behaves. It's put me back on profile, but it looks like it left us quite high. Oh god, I don't want a jack screw issue though. There we are. It's sort of sorted itself out now. Just retrimming. Okay. So I want to start slowing down now. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm happy VNAV's gonna put me on the vertical profile now, and I want it to start slowing down. So what I'm gonna do is select vertical speed and bug 180 knots, and we're gonna select slats now.
Slats extended.
And we're going to take a notch of flops as well to 5 or 11, I think this is. Go straight to 11, that's fine. As long as we're below 280 knots, we're grand. That was interesting. Turning final now. Okay, VNAV. Yeah, you can see that VNAV would have, if we were still in it, put us perfectly on profile, but how you exactly control the speed in that mode, I'm not 100% sure. Where are you, Vorlock? Vorlock's armed. Other natural flops. 15.
Flaps 15.
Sort of lined me up a little off centre line. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. There it goes. We're still... It was a little bit wiggly there. Checked. No GME on this ILS. Right, lock capture, arming approach, ILS. Is that captured yet? Lock cap, ILS in amber. Does that mean it's captured the ILS yet? I like green colours to verify things have been captured. But yeah, I think it has because we've lost vertical speed. Glide slope track. Perfect. Missed approach 3,000 feet is set. Get down.
Gothenburg traffic. Echo 14 entering left downwind.
Minimum.
Runway 03 Gothenburg.
Let me arm it! I can't arm it! Oh god damn it. Tower Alpaca 2-1 Golf Tango, final ILS 03, about 6 miles. Right, gears down, take the landing flap now. Final approach speeds. Flaps 28 set, so I'm just going to run the checklist quickly. So star switches, I forgot to do all these hydraulics, that's probably why. Someone told me to do that, told me to send, so I'll just turn these on. Probably why it didn't work. Right, flaps 28, gears down and locked. Recall, nothing is wrong. Fuel crossfeed done. Descent checks complete. Planned landing checklist as well. Right, I think we're okay now, guys. So yeah, do excuse me, guys. Remember, this aeroplane is not one familiar with me. Let's turn on eye tracker. Glad I did that now. Right, let's have some fun. Is water throttle disconnected? Oh, hold on. Oh, it's not working. I'm just gonna leave. Alright, sometimes you have to reset it. Oh! Right, now it's working. It's very sensitive. Forgot to match runway heading as well. 022, that's gonna be hard to put eye tracker on. Right. Oh, speed. Checked. Disconnecting autopilot. Oh, eye tracker. I need to turn down the sensitivity slightly. It's very. I'm barely moving my head. Better for those sort of visual approaches, straight in on the ILS. Sort of don't really need anything else that much of a rate of descent. Keep the runway exactly at the same point in the window, you can't get wrong. Oh, the engine spool on time is so slow. So I'm making changes and then taking a while for the engines to change. Right, little high, keep descending. There we are, back on glide. Retrim. A little bit high on speed.
400.
Check. Everything's so small, you know, you're used to being in the real aircraft, everything's big and right in front of you. I'm keeping this, a bit of a balloon there.
Minimums.
Minimums. Continue.
100.
Checked.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20, 10.
Close. Oh, another firm one for the MD-80. I can't land this. That's the cabin crew dude saying, what was that? 100. Minimum order brake was perfect though. 80. 60. Cancelling reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gothenburg. Oh, my goodness.
60 knots.
Another firm one.
Gothenburg traffic, Alpaca 14 turning left base for lane 03, Gothenburg.
Alpaca 2 Golf Tango runway vacated. Oh, we're here. Anyway, right. I think I was just a little bit. The eye tracker is great, but I need to turn down the sensitivity. Microsoft Flight Simulator has a tendency to reset. Does anyone else have this in chat? Question for you. When there's an update, it resets everything. Graphics settings go to like whatever it wants and all this sort of stuff. It does it for the Tobii eye tracker. It just resets all the settings occasionally. Right? Yeah, that approach with was a bit twitchy. The conditions are actually perfect, so I was over controlling slightly, but it's because the head was moving with the eye tracker and all sorts of things going off there. Right, we've vacated, speed brakes are down, flaps coming up, lights coming off as well, weather radar is coming off, where's power, there we go, and we shall taxi. We'll get rid of that one, just zoom in, can't we? As we sort of discussed, really. Oh, wow. I thought that was a high speed I took. Hey? Was it this? That was a sharp 90-degree turn. I took a high speed. I just presumed it was flipping echo up here. Oh, wow. The brakes were... The landing form was very conservative. Anyway, we'll continue straight on here. We won't take this right. It doesn't actually have the taxi names on that chart. So we'll take Kilo. Next right on Kilo. And then we shall go on to stand from Kilo. So I'll pick a stand number. Yeah, I don't know. The one I vacated wasn't quite 90, was it? We'll take Kilo, someone can choose my stand. There we are.
50. 40. 30. 20.
It wasn't that, it was firm though. It was firm. I've landed harder. Cheers anyway.
You done goofed up again. Call maintenance control when you get on stand. Bloody shameful, smiley face.
Oh dear, thank you very much there though for your $5 donation, very very generous of you. It wasn't that bad, 500, I've done 500 foot per minute landings before. It would have felt firm for sure, but yeah, it's fine. Oh, rackets uphill here as well, we're really struggling right now, I was pushing back. Cool, Bennett, I've got 40% N1 and I'm not even going, come on. It's just taxi. Look, anything that's not straight, if you turn a little bit, it's like it breaks. And now look at it go. Whee! When you're in a straight line, it shoots off. I just don't like the taxi physics. It's in the sim. It's just bloody awful. Maybe you blew a tyre. Well, hopefully not. I don't think so. Stand 63 or 44 for George or Lewis. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going past 22. We'll go somewhere in the middle. We'll get the AP up and running. Probably, yep. anymore. Probably bent the gear. Yep. It's not like my landing's gonna be any better in Visby. It's a short runway there, and I'm gonna be going flat 40 because I don't want to float. Anyway, this is the new updated scenery from ORBX for Gothenburg. There you are, Gothenburg Landvetter. In fact, you know what? I might take stand 17 here, so we can enjoy the view from the terminal. There the APU starting. We should have gate guidance as well. We do. Oh, look. MD-82. I'm going to use the air bridge. Probably a bit. The air bridge is going to be a bit high for an MD-82 though. Telling me to turn right. These are so cool. So how it works is it's based off your eye position. So if you alter your eye, you know, whatever the angle is, it will tell you to turn. Oh my goodness me! Stop. There we are. Parking brake set. AP available. Put that on, and we can shut the engines down. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gothenburg. There we are. I forgot to do the taxi music as well. I can hear my own voice. There we are. I think that was okay. Yeah, landing was a bit. I don't know what. It's just so different in this. I just kept a bit of thrust on because I thought that might have helped, but. Yeah, it was okay. VNAV put me on a dirty dive, but we sort of got onto the ILS quite nicely. So yeah, I'm happy enough, Right, let's just do the after landing flow, make sure I've done everything here. So nose light was off. We can now put the anti-collision light off, this to position. Weather radar's off, spoilers disarmed, flaps are up, engine ignition selectors to off. Pitot and static heaters off. Yeah, so I think the auto brake didn't arm because I forgot to turn the hydraulics back to high. Also, we can long those lights. Window and anti-ice, we'll leave those on for the next sector. Parking brake is on. Seatbelt signs off. No smoking off. We've closed the fuel. Pneumatic crossfeed come on. Anti-collision light off. We've done as well. Flight director switches both off. Perfect. So let's go for the air bridge. See what the connection looks like. And for fuel and everything, so we're going to go here, and I think this is all compatible with the add-on. It sort of interacts in a way. So jetway, power, catering and baggage. Here comes the air bridge. It's going to be connecting to me. But it did say stop. It'll do. Right, and then I can go here. Aircraft services. Oh, we're already boarding for the next sector. Wonderful. Yeah, we'll open the gear door just to make sure there's no damage. There we are, and we'll leave it like that. Oh, look, you can see the catering's coming in too. We've got ground power connected. Look, we'll put the ground power on. Oops. So external power, we'll save some fuel. Look, turn the APU off. There we are, and we'll go back outside. So there we are. Oh, look, they're bringing the bags on for the next sector. That's pretty cool. Where are we? Try and drone cam my way here. Oh my goodness me! Just see them. Do you see that moving sideways? Go home, airbridge, your drone. Well, that's pretty cool to see. There we are. The AP will shut down in a second. So there, guys, that's it. Sector number 1 done. I hope you enjoyed the first sector. If you did, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Helps out the channel a lot. I'll take a 10-minute break whilst we offload the passengers from Oslo, then start boarding the passengers for our next sector to Visby on the island of Gotland. I'll just turn the sim down here. It's incredibly loud here. The APU should be shutting down here any second. So yeah, give me 10 minutes. I'll be back at around 5:40 UK time, 16:40 British summer time. It should take me 5 minutes to get everything set up, and then I'll go make myself a cup of tea. And if you want to join me on the next sector, feel free to do so. I'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Cheers, guys. Oh, why has it come up with the landing rate calculator again to remind you what my last landing was? Thanks a lot for that intermission, guys. Not touched anything. It's exactly as you saw the aircraft. When we left it. Well, actually I did do one thing, reset the FMC, but yeah, we're here live weather in Gothenburg in Sweden. See some people have joined us on the network. See an Alpaca Airways aircraft in the distance. We've got a Ryanair 737, a SAS Airbus, Eurowings, Alpaca, Norwegian. I don't know if all of us are going to this small island airport of Visby, but I think we'll take a little bit of additional fuel for this sector. Catering's complete. The baggage, there's the bags from the inbound sector all removed, and we're fully loaded now with catering for this short sector to Visby on the island of Gotland. Anyway, we'll go through the catering door and into the cockpit. Poof, there we are. Seamless transition as ever. There we go. Right, so no ATC at the moment at all. There's only centre online, but I don't think that's anywhere near us. Oh, hold on, I just left my phone over there. There we are. Let me just check the VAT scope for the ATC here. All the events start in 15 minutes, so basically as we start lining up and taking off, there will be ATC for Sweden, and Visby's already online actually, so they've got a tower online, Visby Tower. So, excuse me, you can pronounce it as, is that Wispy or Wiseby up to Cat? I have no idea. Landing bot is pro transparency. I know. Hello Daniel B, hope you're doing well. And first one, Wispy. Okay, so it's like a V is like a W. Okay, what's this light here? ABS. I don't know why that's illuminated. So we've got the new flight plan updated here. Here it is. We'll load in the FMC. So starting off at the ident page. Latest air call installed, which we've already checked. Echo Sierra Golf Golf. That's our new departure airport. We're now flying first of a time on live stream to Visby, Echo Sierra Victor. Now we've got to be careful of V now. You see how it nearly killed us on that last approach on the descent from 10,000 feet. Call sign. Actually, no. What we're doing, I've got the company route installed now. So Echo Sierra Golf Golf to Echo Sierra Victor. There we are, so it'll be a Lukacs departure. The SID is a Lukacs 3 Mike. So departure arrivals, departures 03 Lukacs 3 Mike. Why can I not execute that? Usually you would execute it. Nope, not letting me, so just go to index. Hopefully it's already selected it. Arrivals, we'll be flying a Kinty 6 Echo 03, and it's a VOR approach. We've got RNAV approaches available, but I'd like to try VOR 03. So I don't need to execute any of this. So it's in there. Luxam 3 Mike, Luxac 3 Mike to Luxac. Director John. Activate execute. Director Kinty. And then Kinty 6 Echo VOR 03. Okay, looks okay. Purser's called, probably say boarding's complete. That's all in here. Init ref then. Same zero fuel weights, so taking a full load of passengers in 162. Go here to weight and balance, 162. Fuel for the sector though, I'm going to take a smidge extra, just because there's a few of you joining in. So it's 7 tonnes required. What's this burning per hour? 3.2. Let's take 30 minutes. So if we put on a 1,600 kilos extra. So 7, 8, 8.5. Let's call it 8.5 on the fuel. So it'd be, is it 4.2? I think it's full wings, isn't it? Yeah, 4.2. So 4.2. 4.2. You can see that the aircraft moving on its gears. We add the fuel. And 100 kilos in the centre. Oh, we'll still put it. There we are. 8450, 75 kilos, perfect, that's fine. We'll get that out after departure. So FMC's loaded passengers and fuel. Reserves now will have changed though. Alternate now is Gothenburg. The alternate is to come back here if we can't get in. So 3.7 tons needed to divert back. We use for Costa X25. New cruise level is 27,000 feet, so a smidge higher. Top climb wind is average wind, sorry, 07029. Temperature is -4. Oh yeah, you got to press it twice in the MD-82. Transition altitude sets now. Who would like? I think we'll do a full blast takeoff. I was a little concerned last takeoff how we used so much runway, and I'd just like to, because I've not done it yet, a full performance departure, full toga, just for giggles really. So performance, Echo Sierra Golf's takeoff. We use the same information really. 0404. Okay, well, new windings are slightly less. 040/4. Temperature is now still 17 degrees. 1030. Runway 03. Flaps. I want packs. We'll leave packs on. Force. What's that? Force norm takeoff. Is that full power? I think that could be full power, isn't it? Norm takeoff. We'll go with that one. Flap 11. Again, norm takeoff. And I won't select the assumed temperature. So flap 11, norm takeoff. So we can leave that switch to auto, and I'll just push the takeoff button. 1.94 EPR. I think that looks about right. Takeoff weight though could be slightly different actually. 59.5 before. It's now 60.8. Yeah, I better put that in here. Takeoff 60.8. Don't think it's going to make any difference as we're going for full power for departure. Norm takeoff 68,274 is what we can lift. Speeds are 35, 39, 48. 35, 39, 48. 158 for the MCP. Cool, FMC is all loaded. Flights are short today, yeah, we're doing short ones. Let's get the APU up and running. So, APU to start. Still on external power for now. Configuration doesn't need to be changed much here. Put the seatbelt sign on. And the no smoking sign on. Center tank pumps I don't want to turn on just yet because we might get a master caution warning during the takeoff roll. There's only 75 kilos in there. There's the APU spooling up. These should be off for now. So quite good condition there coming in. The temperature, or the QNH in Visby, is 1029. And the elevation is 164 feet. Cool, that's all set. We've already done all the tests on the first sector, so that doesn't need to be done again. Onto the MCP. Flight directors can come on. The SID, we'll brief this shortly. We just need to unload the previous flight plan off Navigraph, excuse me. So flight, unload. New flight from SimBrief. Yes, import. There we are. Here's our new operational flight plan. Over to the island of Visby. Engine sync needs to be off for takeoff, thank you. I wouldn't even know to have turned it on if it wasn't for Matthew earlier. Thank you. The SID then is going to be the Luxem 3 Mike, so 03. Climb on 022 to Golf 042. So 0402, 900 feet, then to 407, 408, then to Lukacs. Initial climb is 5,000 feet, which will set twice. No ATC here, so we'll set 5,000. Runway heading, and the ILS is already tuned because we landed on 03. So yeah, we use nav, climb straight ahead, full power departure. We'll treat it like, well, what's the noise abatement departure procedure here? It's NADP2. So we'll accelerate at 1,500 feet. I'll push VNAV and start retracting the flaps. It's going to be a very high rate of climb, have to take off here. Oh, tower's online, superb. So they are. Excellent. Well, we can get the clearance and then push and start at the same time. So, happy with that. APU can come on the bus. Let's close everything up. forward service, ground, GPU goodbye, maintenance, gear door can now be closed. They've finished inspecting the gear of the last landing. Nothing to report. Let's get rid of all the bits attached. So we don't need power, we don't need the jetway, and we don't need catering. Now reverse your truck off, sir. There he goes. Oh, Navigraph, sorry. Megaverse, are there any more Swedes in the chat? He's even got his reverser beeps. I like how he turns right when wheels go right, but he turns left. Right, let's grab our clearance. Frequency is Chund.
Scandinavian 1.
Got the ATIS, but we've already looked at the meta. It's fine. It's information echo.
Arlanda by Scandinavian 164 standby.
Stats we go for it next. Stand 17.
Scandinavian 164 cleared Stockholm Arlanda via Laban 3 miles departure.
My MD-82 sticks out a bit, doesn't it?
To Arlanda via the Laban 3 miles departure, squawk 0274, Scandinavian 164. Scandinavian 164, evacuate.
Right, just going to make sure I've got the correct charts open.
Gothenburg Tower, good afternoon, Alpaca 1-4. Sorry, just noticed that you were on now. We just pushed back from Scan 20, clearance to Visby.
Is that Lauren?
Alpaca 1-4, land at the tower, good evening, Roger, report ready to copy, I-4 here.
Ready to copy, Alpaca 1-4.
Rappers, how do you get those aircraft to look like that? It's not generic paints, the
Alpaca
AIG paint
1-4,
kit.
cleared to...
Long plane is long, says long cat.
3 miles departure, squawk 5316.
Clear to Visby via the Lukat 3 Mike departure, squawk 5316, Alpaca 1-4.
Alpaca 1-4, feedback correct, report ready to taxi.
Tower, very good evening, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, stand 17, information Echo 1028, departure clearance to Visby, please.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, London Tower, good evening. Cleared Visby via Lukat 3 mile departure, squawk 5312.
Cleared to Visby on the Lukacs 3 Mike departure, squawk 5312, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, feedback correct.
Thank you, and Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, request engine start on stand, we'll request to power back in about 5 minutes.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, engine startup approved.
Engine start approved, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, thank you. Perfect, so start approved, 5312, 5,000 feet, and what was it again? Sorry, the Lukacs 3 mic, which you've already looked at. So we're going to start the engines on stand as before, do a power back. We have to, we just have to. Just want to make sure I've got everything correctly configured here. So APU's on the bus, APU air on, let's do auto. These need to be up, opened. There we are, that needs to be on. Ooh, what's that I've just moved? I'll keep that down. I don't know if I meant to do that after engine start. Just checking here quickly the checklist to make sure I've not done anything silly. I think that's all good. Trim, I just need to reset. It's exactly the same flap and trim setting as before. Now that's alarming. I'm moving the trim, but it's not... It won't let me trim down. I can only trim up. Okay, that's alarming. Guys, I can't trim down. I can trim up, look. But if I trim in the other direction, it's not working. Is this an MD-82 thing? Oh, it's going now. Oh, I didn't want to go.
What is it?
Alpaca 1-4 ready for taxi. Alpaca 1-4 ready for
There we
taxi.
are. CG should be the same. Flaps 11. Pretty much happy with that. Well, I'm just making sure I've not forgotten everything. Because this isn't my aeroplane, guys. It's so easy to get out of sync and forget to do something. Full takeoff departure. We've checked all the MCP. Pressure settings good. FMC loaded. Right, I think we're good now. So cleared to start engines. Parking brake set. Auxiliary hydraulic pump on. Takeoff flaps have been set. Engine ignition switches to A or B. Start pump not required. Fuel heat not required. Anti-collision light on for the beacon. Right, starting engine number 2. That's a good sign. That's a good sign, look. N2. Patient is an MD-82. N2. Oil pressure. No N1 yet. Ooh, why is the N2 stopped? I know why. I know why. Off. There's not enough oomph. It's like a 737's APU. Fuel coming in. Scotty 2, is this the second leg? Was there a delay? Yes, the second leg. No, it's all going as per any 2-sector stream does. First sector was grand. Perfect. Catering trucks moving around. All these aircraft pushing it back around me. Might be. Well, we took a bit extra, remember? Yeah, it was quite interesting to learn yesterday that the aircrafts are, the flight controls are controlled by control tabs, so the elevator and ailerons are free moving. The tab is what the flight control actually moves, so if I move, look, you see how it moves that, and then the actual elevator will move in the airflow. It's cool. So you only get that on older jets. Right, starting engine number 1. Just a top tip, if you follow me on VATSIM, that's fine. Make sure you turn my stream down, because everyone can hear it. N2. All pressure. N1. 20%. Poor Greta. Perfect. 2 good engine starts, ladies and gentlemen. Right, after start flow, AP bus switches to off. Air conditioning supply switches to auto. APU air switch off. Oh, getting used to where everything is now. APU master switch to off. Engine ignition selector to off. Oh, someone anonymous has purchased the ultra rare limited edition. Well, it's not limited. Flight Data Sim black mug. Thank you very much. That's off-putting, but thank you very much. I don't think I've ever sold one of those. They charge more for some unknown reason, so thanks for paying that little extra. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Right, that's done. That's done. Engine ignited 6 pipe heater and static heaters on, so that can come on now. Auxiliary hydraulic pump to off. Off. Pneumatic cross bleed valves closed. Closed. Spoilers armed. Flap 11 for departure. Oh, I don't think I have the slats fully up. Order brake arm and take off. That's what was meant to come next, but I've already done that. Arm and take off. Flight controls, check.
Ready to copy clearance.
Full forwards, full back, left and right. Here comes the runners. Full right and full left. Let's check the recall at the top here. We've just got parking brakes set. That's absolutely fine. There we are. All good to go.
Cleared and filed via Luca 3 Mike, squawk 5361.
Alpaca 007, is that correct?
Just wait until the Scandi taxi.
Scandinavia 71 Bravo, request taxi.
That Norwegian's on a bit of a wheelie.
Scandinavian 71 Bravo, taxi rolling point runway 03 via Hotel Zulu Kilo and Yankee. Taxi rolling point runway 03 via Hotel Zulu Kilo and Yankee, Scandinavian 71 Bravo.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima stand 17, request power back from stand.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, hold position for now, traffic behind.
Hold position, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. At least it knows I've requested and I want to go. There's the Scandinavian. Well, I'd say where's Scandinavian, there's a massive engine in the way.
916 kilo, request taxi. Canadian 16 kilo.
Busy here, look at that!
Alpaca 14, line up, runway 03.
Line runway 03, Alpaca 14.
Norwegian. And we've got a Scandi landing as well.
Go from Yankee, request taxi. Go from your Yankee, pass your message. Go from Yankee, ready for taxi.
Oh,
Go from your
Norwegian's
Yankee,
wheelie is stopped.
taxi via...
That catering truck's also alarmingly close. Is he going to lose the rear of his truck? No, he's just clear. Although it's deceptive from that angle.
Alpaca 14, standby.
Stand by, Alpaca 14.
It's really good the airport is alive, isn't it? With all these buses going around and stuff.
Canadian 159er, hold short, Julian.
Oh, he's just lost the top of his roof though.
And 159er, expect stand
Yes,
to
send a bunch of gravel into the gateway. Yes, dust and gravel and luck. Yeah, so this is the ORBX update. Added lots of ground
Canadian
traffic.
159er, vacate runway 03, fully clear. Yeah, vacate.
So we're told to hold position. We requested our power back as well.
Land at the tower, very good evening. Eurowing 7221, A320 stand 19er, request IFR clearance to Hamburg with information echo QNH 1028.
Botard from Brazil Junior says, hope you're doing well.
7221, land at the tower, good evening, standby. Alpaca 14, wind 050 degrees, 7 knots, runway 03, clear to take off.
Clear for takeoff, runway 03, Alpaca 14.
Awesome. There's an Alpaca on his way.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, start up and push back approach.
Push start approved, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Excellent, so you ready? I don't know where to do, inside or outside. I think outside because it's just epically loud. Yeah, watch your ears guys, I'm turning it up.
Clear Hamburg, private jet, 3, nice departure.
Oops. I nearly smashed into the back of a Ryanair. That'd be some paperwork. No, we'll just taxi from there. It's quite hard to control. It's either all or nothing. Oh dear.
Alpaca 14, contact Gothenburg approach 124, decimal 675, goodbye.
Approach 24.675, Alpaca 14, see ya.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, request taxi.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, standby. Canadian 159er, I see that you're
They are a bit overpowered. I don't know at the moment. It does seem to be quite excessive. Probably why it was so good after that landing. Like, the landing performance was much better than what was predicted from the calculator. Maybe they got too much thrust from the reverses.
Sounds like the tower, Alpaca 007 at 1046, ready for push and start.
I wasn't sure which direction to go.
Alpaca 007.
A couple of Microsoft flights in dodgy drag racing taxi physics. Oh, it's so hard to taxi.
Push, start and push approved, Alpaca 007.
How loud it is from here. But the parking brake's still set.
Finnair 543, Echo.
It's better outside.
Finnair 543, I have not yet received your flight.
I will check that.
Malev 787.
Very busy here now.
050 degrees, 7 knots, runway
03, line up at 240, takeoff, wind speed Malev 787, thank you.
Canadian 159er, taxi stand 10.
Exactly, Junior, like old times. Push back done with reverses, absolutely. Take care, Andy, to space swap again. Kind of got that extra fuel now. Got a bit quiet. There's no one blocking my taxi. Should I request taxi again? Back 42 Echo Lima, we're ready for taxi.
Flight plan. Requesting IFR.
Of course, there's always two people talking at once.
Information Echo.
That you can do.
1028.
Finnair 543, Landvetter Tower, cleared Helsinki via Laban 3 miles.
Yeah, I think they weren't the best seats, Dave Kemp, sat by those engines. Best seats at the front here, is where it's quietest.
Clear to Helsinki with Squawk 5.
Please show me where to go.
Could you maybe give me an altitude?
Finnair 543, as stated in the SID chart.
Yeah, so certain airports, if they don't give you an altitude on the SID, just follow the chart.
5 minutes in 5,000.
That's quite common in Europe.
543, thank you.
Scandinavian 71 Bravo, in sequence, line up runway 03.
In sequence, line up and wait runway 03, Scandinavian 71 Bravo.
Landvetter Tower, god kväll. Scandinavian 30 Lima, request clearance to Stockholm Arlanda with information foxtrot.
Not see anything holding this up.
Scandinavian 30 Lima, Landvetter Tower, Hotel, clear to Stockholm Arlanda via Laban 3 miles departure, squawk 0261 QNH 1028.
What was that I just saw? Blinking cars.
Clear to Stockholm via Laban 3 Mike, squawk 0261 QNH 1028, Scandinavian 30 Lima.
Scandinavian 30 Lima, feedback correct.
Malev 787 airborne.
Malev 787, contact Göteborg approach 124, decimal 675, goodbye.
124, 675, Malev 787, good luck Eric, bye bye.
Gothenburg Tower, good evening, Scandinavia 137.
Oh, I'm starter ate my dinner.
Canadian 137, Landvetter Tower, Hotel, clear to Stockholm Arlanda via Laban 3.
Appreciate you see, priority is probably aircraft burning fuel needing taxi. Certainly in real life, if you get anyone requesting taxi, the controller would prioritise on that. All he's got to do is give me my instructions and off he goes.
Canadian 137, group back correct.
Still nothing.
Pick up from me.
I've asked twice.
First, Scandinavian 71 Bravo, wind 0503, 7 knots, runway 03, clear for takeoff.
Runway 03, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 7 Bravo.
Order station calling, say again.
Go for me, Yankee, holding as Zulu, just letting you know we can accept the next departure from Delta if that helps.
Golf Romeo Yankee,
There's that bus again.
Roger, taxi to holding point, runway 03 via
It's quite cool how they park up in there.
And Yankee.
Holding point runway 03 via Zulu, Kilo, Yankee, go for me.
And Golf Romeo Yankee, taxi initially to holding point Delta, Roger 10-2.
Initially holding point Delta, 003.
Alpaca 42 Echo, leaving for taxi, please.
Line up runway 03.
Gonna be here forever.
Line up
guys.
03, turning on 6 kilo.
Alpaca 42 Echo, leaving for taxi, please.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, taxi to holding point runway 03 via Hotel Zulu Kilo and Yankee.
Taxi hold point 03 via Hotel Zulu Kilo and Yankee. Alpaca 42 Echo, Lima. So that's going to be a left turn for us in the wrong direction initially. Hotel's just off our left-hand side there.
Lancaster Tower, Alpaca
brakes
007, ready to taxi.
Config.
Alpaca
No config warning. See, it just goes off, look. But now a turn, it almost stops. Oh gosh, sorry about the Finnair's APU.
Taxi via Foxtrot and Zulu, hold short, Hotel Alpaca 007.
Scandinavian 16 Kilo,
There's hotel on the left.
standby. Scandinavian 71 Bravo, contact Göteborg, approach 124, segment.
Yeah, fine. See, look, when you've got full tiller on, I've got so much thrust, it's about to stop.
Canadian 16 Kilo.
You've got 40% M1, and as soon as you straighten up, it just, it's like a wound up elastic band.
03, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 16 kilo.
Tower
Let's call him BizJet there.
And 13 with information echo request. Clearance to Helsinki.
Last station calling, Fegen and call sign.
And there's hotel.
Finnair,
I love how it's got a massive sign for hotel. Make it quite obvious.
Finnair 27 Juliet, I have not yet received your flight time.
Yeah, taxi.
I check it.
Good lag.
Lambert Tower, Scandinavia 30 Lima, stand 14, request push and start.
So out of our hotel, first left is Zulu.
30 Lima, stardust and pushback approved.
And they're going to go Kilo onto Yankee.
Push and start approved, face south, Scandinavia 30 Lima.
Double transmission,
So you can see, I need more thrust. Oh, it's like. Thing is, when I have this sort of amount of thrust needed in the turn to sustain the turn, it's you know, I've got 40% here. I've got hardly any nose wheel. And it's just barely going on at 5 knots. And then straighten up, whee! Off we go.
Finnair 27 Juliet, stand 13 with clearance to Helsinki.
Hello.
Blocked. Scandinavian 16 Kilo, contact Göteborg, approach 124.675, head on.
Now it's a bit uphill here.
124.675,
Right, anyway, let's do the taxi checklist. So that's done, and the before takeoff checklist now. So engine slippers both. Engine airfoil, heat fuel heaters as required. Flaps set to take off. They are at flap 11.
Finnair 27 Juliet request
Auxiliary hydraulic transfer pumps on.
13.
Make sure nothing's set up here. You can have rudder travel restricted, that's normal. There's Kilo. Go full front takeoff right down. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Scandinavian 221, London.
It just understeers, look. Yeah. Just impossible. But we are live time, live weather. Look at this beautiful sunset. In fact, it could be night time by the time we get to Visby. Clear, right? Going, good cross, here we go. Goes downhill here.
Canadian 221.
That's full left I've got at the moment, guys. Full left.
Golf Romeo Yankee, wind 0573.
Right, before takeoff checks. Config we checked. Flaps 11. Stab trim set for departure. The white. This bit batch of the green bits.
Have you requested my flight plan?
So takeoff briefing, everything is configured up there. Air conditioning is on auto. We go again. These should be... No, that's good, they're down.
Have check. So Midnight 270.
The departure is going to be the Lukacs 3 Mike. Lukacs 3 Mike. Basically climb straight ahead to Golf Golf 402, Golf Golf 407, stop climb 5,000 feet and ADP 2, so we'll accelerate at 1,500 feet, start retracting the flaps. And we've got a full thrust departure here, guys, full thrust. So it should be quite exciting. Right, so I'll do the rest of the flow as if I was going to line up, just because, again, I am unfamiliar with this aircraft and I want to try and do multiple things at once. So these lights can come on. Strobes on as well. Weather radar on. Auto throttle on. Clamp. And there it goes to low idle. That's what Matthew was explaining earlier.
All stations stand by. There will be an additional ground controller joining. So stand by.
That's good. That's going to help his workload.
Transponders
to TAR.
I think I missed
things are accelerating like a beast. Even low idle.
Currently in front of Kilo.
So checks complete for takeoff. Just want to pre-select.
Alpaca 007, continue taxi to holding point runway 03 by
so MCP set, transponder, TARA, strobe lights are on.
Continue
Just wait for our takeoff clearance.
Yeah. Continue to holding point runway 03, Alpaca 007.
Midnight 27 Juliet have now the flight plan with clearance to head.
Dinner 27 Juliet, I now have your flight plan. Thank you very much. Stand by with the request to land at the ground.
AFB's running on 80 scientific calculator, absolutely.
We'll go to 7 Juliet.
Land at the tower, Canadian 30 Lima. Do you want us to contact ground for taxi?
Got brakes. That's so effective.
Wait before the controller has joined.
So they go via Yankee, which is full length.
Could we get a text clearance from you before that? Canadian 330.
He wants to get going.
All stations on this frequency, please be a little bit patient. We are just splitting the positions, so we call you back shortly with
serving. Get away then, I think. Yeah, don't forget the toga buttons to get take off on the annunciator. Yeah, I'm not going to push that though, because if I push it now, I'm going to get toga thrust. I'll do that, just like on the 737. There we are. Tax a little bit of that. These brakes. Right, parking brake set. Literally everything's all ready to go. Nav arms, I just need to push toga. The throttle's arm. All ready to go. Out back and forth to Echo Lima, ready for departure. I think he wants everyone to wait whilst he does the transition, so we'll, I think he's got a ground controller coming up. Petition to change toga to wee. Julian, take off, my friend. Yes, I'm going to wait for my takeoff clearance. Remember we took that extra fuel, of which we've burned the majority of. Full thrust takeoff. I know, full thrust. We are fully loaded. 162 passengers. Not a spare seat. We don't have a huge amount of fuel. 75 kilos in the centre. We'll get off later as well. Oh gosh, yeah. We were saying at the start of the stream here, I just caught the ending of the Starship launch. It was tumbling through the sky. I love the commentator's effort. You can clearly see something was disastrously wrong, but it was tumbling. But they did press on. But
Nordic 57,
they'll get
contact
there.
the land at the ground in 121.
It's a heck of a ship. Wasn't the heaviest ever rocket to have ever launched.
Contact land at the ground 121 decimal 9 or
I know they didn't use toga. They used 90% thrust, didn't they?
All other stations calling for taxi, clearance or pushback. Contact land at the ground 121 decimal 9. Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, wind 050 degrees 7 knots, runway 03 clear for takeoff.
03 clear takeoff, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So if I've just sent the parking brake. Let's get through that inertia. Right, clear takeoff, guys. Everything's configured, ready to go. Timing. do a rolling takeoff here as well. Remember, we've got a full toga, so I don't mind doing a bit of a rolling one. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. Oh, this flipping rudder. Set takeoff thrust. That's full power.
007, in sequence, line up runway 080.
We're off.
Line up in sequence.
80 knots already.
Alpha 007.
Alpha 007, disregard hold position.
Holding position, Alpha 007.
So much left rudder in here. There's hardly any wind. V1. Oh, nose is coming up on its own. Okay. Trim was a bit off. Oh, we're airborne. Positive climb, gears coming up, I think. Yeah. Go on, Bennett. We are off. Look at that, 180 knots, 20 degrees.
You're up. Lights
Oh my.
Alpha 42 Echo Lima, contact Gothenburg approach 124, decimal 675, goodbye.
124675, thanks to the ATC Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Hey, well.
Thank you.
There's a middle marker going off. Right, so I'm holding the attitude. Don't want to go above 20 degrees nose up. I'm going to retract the flaps. This is insane amount of thrust here. Right, I'm going to go to climb. Just calm things down here. And where's VNAV? VNAV. Whew. Yeah, it was like a bat out of hell, that was. Right. Retract the flaps and slats.
Slats retract.
Oops, it was a little bit too slow for slats retracted. I'd already retracted the flaps. Come on, get that speed up to 250. I'm going a little bit too slow. Right, contacted departures. Departures, hello. It's Alpaca 42 Echo Lima on a Lukacs 3 mic, passing 3,800 for altitude 5,000 feet.
Hello, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, Gothenburg approach, identified. Climb to flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. 150. Set, armed. Ooh. I've still got the out cap. Speed low. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm out of trim. Right, I'm ignoring the flight directors. I think it's just got VNAV level cap in there. That's why it's levelling off. Let me just delete the restriction. Execute. And VNAV again. Have to reselect. There we are. VNAV climb. So ignoring the flight directors. The flight director will now come up to my attitude. There we are. So sometimes the flight directors are commanding something you don't want. If you know what it is you want, just hold the attitude there, update the guidance, and then go from there. But we're still climbing at a bat out of hell. Right, set standard. Passing 60, flight level 150. Still accelerating to 250 knots. Right. Oops. Armed. Autopilot's in. That was hectic. Have to take off checklist coming up then. Ooh, where's the speed going? Speed low, come on, pitch down to 250. Should it be doing 250 in VNAV? VNAV climb, and the speed's still coming back. It is getting the nose down. To be fair, I didn't give it the best situation really. It was a bit high nose up. Now it's pitching down and accelerating. 200 knots, 250. Yeah, I was a little bit ambitious with the slat retraction. I didn't actually realise I put the flaps up. I think I pushed it twice accidentally. So when I wanted to get the flaps up but leave the slats out, I accidentally gave us a clean wing. I should have just extended the slats again. Right, after take off.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, contact Sweden control. Yeah, stand by shortly for frequency.
Perfect, so standing by for that. Better duty after takeoff checklist.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, Sweden 128.625. Bye bye.
128.625, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Hey, Rob.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. What is it I say again in Swedish? Like, it's bye, hi, isn't it? I always say it when I'm in Sweden. Swedish Crow, hello, it's Alpaca 42 Echo Lima on a Lukacs 3 mic, climbing flight level 150.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, Sweden, good evening, identified. Climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So 270 arm, and yeah, I need to do the after takeoff checklist and pre-cruise checks here. So flaps are up, gears up, spoilers disarmed, water brake to off, engine, hydraulic and transfer pumps off.
Stabilizer motion.
Stabilizer motion.
Alpaca 4 to Echo Lima, you can proceed direct to Juliet Oscar November, we are.
Direct to Juliet Oscar November, Alpaca 4 to Echo Lima. Direct to John. Execute, and LNAV is engaged, or nav track. So done that, engine ignition selectors as required, they can come off. Center pumps can come on as well. We've just got 75 kilos to slurp up from the center tank. Checks complete, pre-cruise checks now, so lights off. Verify PU's off, which it is pressurization, so opposite to the 737. Big needles the altitude, little needles a diff, so 4.5 psi climbing, and set seat belts to auto, no smoking. We've already used that fuel in the center tank. Looks, the center tank pumps off. Pre-cruise checks complete. Yeah, busy departure there, busy departure, and it's you know, when you're unfamiliar to an aircraft, or when you're hardwired to fly one particular aircraft, okay, the 73, trying to do things that you're familiar with, but also you've got to adjust them slightly. Good thing is, this is sort of similar to the 73 with the automation. I mean, this autopilot is a bit funky, and there were mistakes I made on takeoff there. For example, a little bit ambitious with the flap retraction. I think the full thrust departure was a bad idea, because you know, we were holding 20 degrees. You don't want to increase your attitude much above 20 degrees, or above 20 degrees. You're getting close to sort of like upset recovery situations, you know, above 20 degrees. So I held it at 20, but the aircraft accelerated. It was like 180, 190 knots. It's so much power. But yeah, wicked. On our way safely now. Let's increase the scale here. Top of climbs up there, and look at that top descent there soon after. Look at the pollution coming out the back. It's wonderful. Thanks for sharing, listeners. Yes, that is my live stream map. You can see every single live stream I've ever done since my first ever live stream to the one we did a couple of days ago. I update that all the time. But yes, Brazil, we haven't been there for a long time. Perhaps we should revisit. Right, VOR approach. I've not flown a non-precision approach in this aircraft. If 03 is in use, which it should be with the wind, could be a good laugh for you. Hello, buddy. Okay. Tired. Went for a long walk this morning, didn't we? Oh boy. See, chemtrails are real. Beautiful. Need to get some lighting on in here. There's lights up under here, looks like on the Airbus. Where's the lighting controls for the overhead panel? Oh yeah, engine sync, someone told me to do that. I can't remember where it is. Oh yeah, the galley power should be on. Now they can actually make a cup of tea. Jack cam. Hold on. Jack? Jack? You okay? Jack? Is everything okay with you?
Hello.
Don't know, was that for me? No, I was too busy getting Jack cam up. Yes, he's very tired. Long walk today. There we are. Yoga cam is back in position. Overhead panel all the way up. Cheers, Whiffy. Isn't that our destination? Visby. Ah, thank you. Of course. We've been the most peculiar section. There we are. Got a bit of lighting just in case it gets around dusk. Start preparing for descent short hop, otherwise you're going to whee off the edge of the runway. Yeah, guys, we're going to do a flat... Is it flat 40? Max flap here. Yeah, I think you're right. We do need to start setting up here. In fact, I'll just turn the music off. We're approaching 250. Going to be routing into Hansa shortly. Not Hansa, Kinty. So you can see, look, we're going from John to Kinty. Kinty is here on the chart, right at the bottom. And then we're going to go from Kinty, 079 passing, radial 201 from Victor Sierra Bravo, Visby. VOR, make a left turn inbound on the 196 radial. Don't go below 2,200 feet until 6.7 DME. So we'll get the VOR active now, 15.1. Now, is there anything I need to do to switch from ILS to VOR? Or does it just do it automatically?
Local QNH 1026.
Not picked it up yet. Like, is there like a VOR or ILS mode? So 15.1 for the VOR. We're going to be flying straight in on VOR 03. Straight in approach 016, I think is the runway QDM. Just want to see if it's offset in any way. 1 degree. Just getting the charts ready, guys. So, as mentioned, Kinty until 6.7 DME, but if we look at the chart, 6.7 DME is here, 2,200 feet. So at my operator, we're going to fly a vertical speed approach today.
Air Force 25, Sweden, good evening.
At my operator, when we fly these sort of approaches, we don't fly them as CDAs. We've got to be level for at least 2 miles before the final approach fix. So we're going to
25, that is not approved in my airspace at this time, unfortunately.
Someone wanting to do some intercepting. Kinty. So what we're going to do, you see you have this approach here. We've got the Foxtrot Delta 03 6.7 DME. We're going to change this to a hard altitude. 079, it's a bit too early to set 2,200 feet. So what I'm going to do is put 2,200 here as a hard altitude, and we're going to make sure at 9.7 DME, so around here, we're level at 2,200, and that's just what we do at my operator. Now, because it's coded in the FMC, we don't actually need to select forelock. We can leave it in nav track if it's coded, which it is.
Alpaca 2 Echo Lima, contact Sweden control 118.4, bye-bye.
118.4, Alpaca 4 to Echo Lima. Hello.
Hello.
Sweden. So yeah, we can nav cap. Thank God it's the cleared level because I forgot to arm it. Do you have a VOR failure? No, that's because we haven't picked it up yet. I hope we don't. Otherwise, we're going to do a visual or an RNAV. So we're going to fly straight in. 15.1, 016.
When ready, descend level 100. I have a bulk clearance for you shortly.
For courses. And the minimum's 560.
290.
560, which is 420 feet above the ground. You wouldn't usually set this for a non-precision approach. I'm just going to do that so we get the call. We'll just check in with ATC.
Roll 48 vector, direct Visby and vector
for aircraft
VR.
ahead of us, look. Cruising.
Direct Visby and we will transfer vectors from correction. They are runway service. Thank you very much for the inconvenience then.
Det är en short flight.
Nej, det är ingen problem för mig. Jag behövde bara koordinera det med dem så att de är med på noterna. Finnair 1336, contact Helsinki 121.3.
Contact Helsinki 121.3, Finnair 1336, bye bye.
Luke 62, sorry for the delay. Identify climb level 260, direct Umlax.
No problem, climbing flight level 260 and direct Umlax, Duke 62.
Sweden, good evening, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, maintaining flight level 270 inbound to Kinty.
Alpaca 2 Echo Lima, Sweden, hey, identified. When ready, descend level 100.
When ready, descend flight level 100, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So 100 is set, and VNAV's engaged, so it should initiate our descent. We're just going to watch it, because it was a bit funny on the last approach.
Climb level 290.
Yeah, hopefully we'll pick up the VOR, unless there's something I need to switch from ILS to VOR, but we'll soon find out. So yeah, we're going to fly that approach which we've already briefed, straight in on the VOR, descend to 2,200 feet. I'm going to fly like at my operator now. It's a very low platform altitude of 2,200.
You have the inbound clearance, Kinty 6 Echo.
Yes, we are cleared for the Kinty 6 Echo.
It's going to be very high workload after the platform altitude. Now, there could be something that happens in the MD-80 which doesn't happen at 7.3. When you're flying a vertical speed approach, you should be able to set the missed approach altitude. My concern is if I try to do that, the aircraft's going to level off, so I might disconnect first, then reset the missed approach altitude, which is climb straight ahead to 2,200. But it's basically a straight in from Kinty, left turn. MSA's no issue off the VOR. I'll try and do some altitude distance cross checks. Our final approach speed is going to be nice and slow, probably about 140 knots, so maintain about 800 feet per minute, but we'll set 1,000 initially. But my workload is going to be off the scale. So I might just disconnect and fly. So it's a lovely, lovely evening.
Roger.
Let's just have a little
make it decimal 7.
look at the landing performance, just see where top percent is as well.
Decimal 77 or less, sequencing Scandinavia 864.
Top percent's about 40 miles away. Okay. Right, let's have a little look at the landing performance. It's a short runway here. Landing 03 is 2,000 metres. So beyond the low zone for 2-1, but nothing there. There's no displacement threshold. And then we'll just vacate at the end here. And then look, there's only 7-8 stands. Well, no, actually, a few in the terminal and there's some remote stands here. So looking at that.
Climbing to 12,700 for 14,000. Alright, 4682, Sweden, good evening. Identified climb level 320.
Echo
Climb level
Sierra,
320, runner
Sierra Victor. Surface wind is 0506.
12865, Scandinavia 165.
Temperature is 10 degrees. 1029. We're going to go. Yeah, I know it's takeoff, but it should convert it. There we are. 0506, 10 degrees. So we're going to go flat 15 and 40. Landing weight.
We have wind 320 degrees. 6 knots. You happy with that?
58.3.
Super. Then inbet 1 Tango arrival, runway 33, and when ready, descend
So
level
yeah,
150.
a ton and a half below the max landing weight. So min braking not enough. We need 2,000 meters. Medium braking. Yeah, that's going to use all the runway, and we need to go to the end. And as we saw, the reversers are very overpowered. So we'll go medium order brake, flat 40, and reverse thrust is factored, actual 1641, factored 1930, so that's perfect. So order brake to medium, which you can't do until the gear's down. There we are. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Lido Pie says, do you like the A220? Can't wait for the Synaptic 220. I do like that one. Is that meant to be the Embraer or something? But I've not heard of that developer. It's a clean 232, yeah, all those bugs are correct. Yeah, I'm going to take Vino with a pinch of salt based off what happened last time. It was great on the initial part, but then at 10,000 feet, you just tried to do 6,000 feet per minute at 6,000. Still not picked up the VOR. If we don't pick up the VOR, we'll just say, can we do a visual? Brandon M would like a go-around briefing, sure. So if the go-around is push toga, which is the little switches on the back of the thrust lever, rotate up to 20 degrees, verifying EPRs and go-around, and then straight to flat 15, pitch up, follow the flight director guidance, just climb straight ahead to 2,200 feet, then vectors for another approach.
Golf Romeo.
Is most of Sweden just green?
If you keep up speed, I have a Maddog catching up behind you.
Yeah, that's us.
Alright, so
Maddog chasing you down.
I don't see the maximum speed, just a bit higher would be appreciated. Gotland 48 Victor, contact Visby 120.3.
Over to Visby 120.3, thank you very much. You need to practice to be honest. All is wrong.
Hej där, vad nu då?
Within center, Alpaca 007 with you, flight level.
Magabus, I guess Sweden was something that maybe 60 to 80% forest. Wow.
Flight level 260, climbing 330, Alpaca 007.
Alpaca 007, Swedish control.
Yeah, that stream time, 2 hours 42. Don't forget we've had a little bit of delay on the ground here. It's going to be a quick stream for 2 sectors. They're usually 4 hours. But that's because the sector is very short.
I'll call you back.
So I've got VNAV engaged. It should descend automatically.
Scandinavia 864
We've
contact.
got actually level 100.
Actually, first on conversion.
Now odd.
6 correction 270 or less, and report that to approach 126650.
On conversion 270 or greater, and we'll report that to approach on. You'll have to tell me the frequency again. I'm sorry.
It's 270 or less and 126.
Yeah, when you got the order file in here, look, you can bug any speed, but it doesn't change this.
Less and 126.
And when you select level change speed, you use this one.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Call from Yankee, contact Visby 120.3. Have fun.
Beautiful evening. John, does your airline have any specific SOPs that's using RNAV VOR DME approaches for planning alternates? For alternate planning, it can have any approach, but it's all changed now. We have a different fuel planning criteria. It used to be for a Cat 1 you needed non-precision approach minimums, Cat 3, Cat 1, etc. It's now based off Type A, Type B approaches, and it's just based off the cloud base and the approach type needed.
U62, I see you are on an IFR flight.
Found it. You showed me a video you put your neighbours. I found the full video on your channel. It doesn't seem to like you that much. Yeah, alright.
Our intention is to fly direct to Umlaxen from there, like a visual approach for runway 18.
Wow. What time's the sunset?
Roger.
Look. Sunset is at local time.
Flight level 340 inbound.
2007. There we are, top of descent.
First Scandinavia 16 kilo.
23 minutes in, already descending.
Left after 100, Scandinavia 16
2007, 2 hours ahead, so 1807.
Once again, hello with 06
right.
We have information of ORBX, request clearance to dash.
At a VNAV voice ready if you start saying 10 to 15 miles before top descent. Oh, it seems to have captured it, okay. Maybe even a tad low.
At the moment, I have a T level 70, and via star cleared ILS 33 report established.
Cleared 4,700 feet on 10.
What's the code for the airport we're flying into? It's Echo Sierra Sierra Victor.
1029.
We do have tower online.
1029er, transition level 70, Scandinavian 16 kilo, cleared island 33.
And with 6 Bravo Sierra, hey, information Quebec, you are cleared Gdansk, Tonsa 2 kilo departure, 5,000
Charles doing a lot.
Squawk 4441.
John, any snacks for the passenger on this short flight? Meatballs.
We are clear to Gdansk by the Tonsa 2 kilo departure. Runway 08, initially to 5,000 for 4441.
And those little candies that you get.
With the 6 Bravo Sierra correct, push on discretion, comment taxi.
We've picked up the VOR, guys. 66 miles to run. RMI's pointing towards it. Perfect.
Alpaca 2 Echo Lima report indicated.
42 Echo Lima, currently 290 knots.
Roger, maintain 260 knots or less.
260 or less, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So I think the easiest thing to do here, I'm going to select IS Mac and then bug 260. clamp is now engaged, so I have control of the thrust levers. Go to idle, and now the aircraft speed, this does nothing, but you can now pitch for 260. Is that correct, MD-82 experts?
Sweden control, hello. Squawk 5365.
Squawk 5365, Scandinavia 4776.
Alpaca 007, cleared.
It's a really funky autopilot.
When ready, descend level
But that's the easiest, the quickest way to go down is idle thrust, pitch for speed. So now the aircraft is pitching for 260 IAS. And you see it's holding the speed nicely. We're doing about 2,000 feet per minute.
Cleared Indy 6 Echo.
Might get a little bit high now though, 7.21. Yeah, I'm just going to use a little bit of speed brake here.
I have lots of traffic. I don't have time to repeat myself 3 times. It's flight level 100 and it's Kinty 6 Echo.
Kinty 6 Echo, flight level 100, Alpaca 007, my apologies.
Correct. Break, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, report your speed to Visby, 120.3.
120.3 to Visby, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Hello.
Hello.
This is Tower, I think.
And Alpaca 14 vacated runway 03.
Alpaca 14 taxi to stand 3 via Mike.
Stand 3 via Mike, Alpaca 14, thank you.
Gotland 48 Victor, descent altitude 2,200 feet, turn left heading 1905.
Descent 2,200 feet and left heading 195 for Brotten's 428 Victor.
Visby, good evening, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, descending flight level 100 inbound to Kinty and speed assigned 260 knots.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, Visby Tower, good evening. Met report Visby, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots. Cav OK, temperature 10 degrees, dew point -4, QNH 1029, transition level 60, runway in use 03, expect VOR approach.
It's all copied, QNH 1029, expect VOR 03, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Perfect. So if towers don't have ATIS, a lot of airports we fly into, small airports like this, don't have ATIS. So when you check in with the approach control or tower control, they'll give you the weather straight away. Or an alternate way of doing it is you can call up on box 2 and they contact the tower and just say, look, we're inbound, haven't got the latest weather, for mostly for landing performance. So seatbelt signs coming on. Distance to run, 5, 10, 15, 16, a little bit high here, so I'm sort of going to look through VNav here. Don't trust it anymore after that first flight. Can you, any MD-82 experts, can you use VNav to fly approaches in the MD-82, or do you have to use vertical speed? So I'm just dipping below profile here. I do not, remember we're not going to try and do a CDA today, we're going to be level nice and early, 2,200 feet. There we are, leaving mainland Sweden behind, and the island of Gotland, or Jotland, or however it's pronounced, is ahead. Captain Cavu says vertical speed, MDAs are not approved for RNAV approaches, so VS. Cool, well, doing it all correctly. Now, Captain Cavu, David, I don't know what your experience is, if it's simming or real world.
Flying direct.
My operator, we use vertical speed, we level off at the platform altitude, then VS. I don't know if you guys, or anyone that knows, can you do a CDA? Can you do a continuous VS approach? My operator, for VS approaches, which are very rare, I've only ever had to do one for training reasons. We do have to have a 2-mile level segment before we fly the
Golf Premier Yankee, it's uncontrolled airspace for the next 10 miles. It's uncontrolled. No traffic in reported in airspace. Further descent is available upon request.
Where'd we go from Yankee?
Yeah, we're nice and low now. But I don't mind, just continuing to descend at 260.
428 Victor, turn left heading 100.
Look at this. Oh,
left
well
heading
done,
100.
Look at that, beautiful.
Victor.
Golf Romeo Yankee, speed 240 knots.
Captain cover continues to send American Airlines.
Go from
Very
Yankee
good.
and request further descent.
Golf Romeo
I've armed
Yankee,
it,
descent 5, altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1029.
So I'm going to switch to vertical speed. So now low limit, so now the auto throttle's going to pitch for that. Add thrust to maintain that speed. It's pronounced Gotland. Thank you.
Broadsword 428 Victor.
Broadsword?
Left heading 05.
Who remembers the broadsword days when I started flying on VATSIM? Was that broadsword?
Turn thing 050 degrees forward, VR approach, and are we now free speed?
Oh no, I don't think he said broadsword. Want to go?
Negative speed 210 knots.
Speed 410, soldier for buttons 428 with Victor.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, request further descent.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima is on controlled airspace for the next 17 miles. No traffic reported in outside controlled airspace. Further descent is available upon request.
If we can accept further descent, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Although I'm descending on my own. Oh,
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1029.
5,000 feet, QNH 1029, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. It's a good job he gave it to us. So yeah, at my operator it's similar. We can fly an uncontrolled airspace. 250 now. Set QNH.
Speed 180 knots or greater until 6 PM.
180 greater until 6.
We can fly an uncontrolled airspace. Offer control will say you're happy about that. We just got to keep a good visual lookout. You know, certain places we can't do it based off certain conditions.
Golf Romeo Yankee, descend to altitude.
Approach.
I'm going to go back to IS, hold here, 250.
Hold for Golf Romeo Yankee, brought 428 Victor, say again.
Where we clear on the approach?
So gone back to
Brought
250.
428 Victor,
broadsword, isn't it?
for VR approach.
Lights.
Cleared on the approach.
The logo lights somewhere stupid, isn't it? There it is. APU pressurization's all good. Yeah, and seatbelts on, checks complete. Ah, the speed brake.
Golf Romeo Yankee, speed 180 knots, descend flight level 2,000 feet, altitude 2,000, correction, descend altitude 2,000 feet.
Okay, well, speed 180 knots, descend altitude 2,000 feet, go from here.
I hope is this guy on an exam? If he is, I feel sorry for bringing myself here. But no, hope she was, someone's having an exam.
Golf Romeo Yankee, correction, altitude 2,200 feet.
2,200 is the MSA, so that won't be any lower. Is that the gear unsafe light? Yeah, the gear unsafe light because the thrust is at idle. If I add thrust, look, you'll see the lights go back on. But I'm in clamp now, so the auto throttles are idle. Now I'm in level change.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, speed 240 knots or less.
240 or less, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. Well, I'm going to reduce it now to 220 anyway. Get the speed brake out because remember I want to be nice and low, and we'll slow down for him as well. Just bugging this just as a target. And we need slats out now.
Victor, wind 050.
So below this white bug you need slats.
Runway 03, clear to land.
Clamp mode, I think it's the clutch disconnected from the auto throttle, so basically it won't add thrust or make changes. So 22 miles, 6,000 feet, plus we're not going straight in. Perfect. So 1 to go. Vertical speed. 1,500 feet, 220 knots is fine. Actually, we'll bring it back a little further. Oh no, low limit. I don't think it likes that. 210.
Golf Romeo Yankee, report field in sight.
Field in sight, go from Yankee.
It's first coming up here, so levelling off at 5,000. We've got the slats out as well.
Romeo Yankee, cleared visual approach runway 0.
Out the arm, thank you! Arm! Why is it not arming? Tell me why it's not arming someone. I'll just have to put vertical speed 0. Why is that not arming? What have I forgotten to do? It's alright, I'll just use vertical speed to stay level. What a racket.
Golf Romeo Yankee, maintain speed 180 knots until 7 p.m.
Oh, there's an aircraft. I need to slow down here.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, you entered controlled airspace. Descent flight level, correction, altitude 2,200 feet.
Said 2,200 feet, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. 2,200 feet set, vertical speed. It's already engaged. Armed, there we go. Maybe it was because I was too close. And remember, I want this level segment, so what I would like to do is at Foxtrot Delta 03 is be level. So I want to put my green banana just before that point there. That's a very excessive rate of descent. And 180 knots now, and I'm going to extend the flaps to 15.
Flaps 15.
Perfect. So remember, I want to have a level segment 2 miles before Foxtrot Delta 03. And this is my airline's SOPs, you know, I follow them every day, so I like to follow them even though it's a completely different aeroplane.
124 setup.
Proton 428.
It's a short runway, we're going flat 40 as well.
Or via Mike.
So just to show you, when we get established, we'll get level, we'll start configuring early as well. We'll probably be doing about 130, 140, so we'll set 1,000 feet initially as our target vertical speed after the FAF, and then probably around 800, but I'm going to be visuals. I'm probably just going to disconnect and hand fly. There's 180 knots.
Nordic 57, good
Brandon!
Runway in use 03. Met report Visby, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots. Cab OK, temperature 10, row dew point -4, QNH 1029, transition level
miles
6
to go.
Intention VR approach.
Check. So we slowed right down, that's good spacing for the traffic ahead. Behave.
2,500.
Runway heading 016 set. What a lovely time to fly this approach.
Golf Romeo Yankee, wind 050 degrees.
So remember I want this early level segment before Foxtrot Delta, so I don't mind levelling off, that's absolutely fine.
Jet management 6124 startup.
I'm going to reduce it now to 160.
Jet management 612.
I don't want any alpha speed business, I'll just do 165.
Startup is approved, jet management 612.
So looking for distance of 6.7, so there again 6.7, 2 miles before the FAF at 6.7, so 8.7 DME we'll start configuring. 8.7 DME, and this is exactly how we fly vertical speed approaches of my operator. Oh, look at this. You know what? It is a bit broken. Oh! That's just complete fluke that I timed the approach like that. I was going to do the flight recorder, but guys, it is so badly broken. It's not the flight recorder, it's just not compatible with this aircraft. So yeah, very unconventional approach, very high thrust, but this is exactly how we'd fly at my operator. Now back and forward to Echo Lee, we're just coming to establish final VOR 03.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, continue approach.
Continue approach, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So remember, we're waiting for 8.7 DME, which is pretty much coming in up now. So, approaching descent, out hold, and we're going to set 600 feet here. 600 feet. So gear down. Flaps. We're going to go all the way, guys, just to lower my workload. Flat 40. 142. Waiting for 6.7 DME. Start descent. This is like Lanzarote 03. We do the same thing here. It's going to be a lot of thrust here because we're level. That's exactly what we do on VS approaches. We might delay the configuration slightly. 6.7 DME is what we're waiting for. You can see we're coming up to 6.7, then we'll start a descent of 1,000 feet per minute. Our ground speed, where is our ground speed? 130 knots. So we need to maintain, what's that, about 700 feet per minute.
Stand 3 via Mike.
So 1,000 initially, so vertical speed, 1,000 feet per minute. And then we can just make subtle changes to stay on the approach. Height check then, so at 5 miles we need to be at 1670, 5 miles 1670. So, water brake medium we said. Water throttle go around is armed.
Attack 42 Echo Lima, wind 060 knots, correction. Wind 060 degrees, 5 knots, runway 03, clear to land.
Runway 03, clear to land, Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. So 5 miles, we should be at 1670, about 100 feet low. 4 miles, 1350. I've got the Pappies here to assist me as well, but obviously you could still be in IMC. You're really reliant on altitude distance cross checks from pilot monitoring here. So you know what? I'm having fun now. I'm fully configured, but that's how the VOR approach works in this aircraft. Right, disconnecting auto throttle, disconnecting autopilot. I'm just going to turn the flight directors off, set the missed approach attitude, which is 2,200. It's going to be 2,200, but I've got a hand flight. That's the pilot monitor's job.
It's uncontrolled airspace for the next 1-2 miles. No traffic reported outside controlled airspace.
So yeah, 2,200 feet is the only thing I've not done. If I work close too high, I can't do that. What's hand flying this? Short runway, remember.
We are ready for
Nordic 57.
Oh, the frustrators, just these old engines are so slow.
Descent to altitude 5,000, QNH 1028.
Speed's good though.
Descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1028.
There we are, in trim. Keep that pitcher now all the way to touchdown a little bit fast. Checked. Continue. On add-on. Yeah, a little bit fast here, about 5-6 knots too fast. A little bit high as well. Don't want to be doing that. Ooh. Just let the speed come back now a little bit fast. There it comes. Keep descending. Don't expect anything too special here.
50, 40, 30,
check.
20, 10.
Close. Oh, bit of a balloon. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, I need to land. Oh dear, speed breaks up, reverses.
612, recropping taxi.
It's alright. Reverses on this thing are a beast. Look, I'm not gonna. Auto brake's fine, auto brake's fine. That's a bit long.
Taxi to
no
holding
problem.
Point, runway
Manual braking, there we are. Oh, reverse is not quite cancelled. Welcome here to... Oh, where are we? Visby, Visby! Oh, that was some very long landing. Brakes are not smoked at all. It's perfect. Use those ridiculous reverse thrusts. Oh gosh, which exit should we take? I think we can fit on this one just... That was wicked. Enjoyed that approach. I hope you did as well, guys. Yeah, long landing. That was a little long. Look at these lights.
Alpaca 42 Echo Lima, taxi to stand 4 via Mike.
Stand 4 via Mike, effects of the great ETC Alpaca 42 Echo Lima. It's a bit of a narrow taxiway. I probably... Oh no, they're all narrow. I should think I was... You'd want to backtrack probably. Christ. It's all good, look. I'm on the concrete. Don't cut the corner too much. I think that ABS light's the auto brake system, isn't it? Yeah, pretty good. Little bit long landing. I was getting that butter in. What was my landing rate? 'Cause it doesn't come up for me there. But yeah, flew the approach quite nicely. It's the final approach fix is very close and low to the runway. So very low, 2,200 close to the runway. So it doesn't give you much time to sort of see the VS approach. But it's exactly how I'd fly a my operator. And the aircraft did a really good job. I love this add-on.
Correction, descent altitude 2,200 feet. Cleared PR approach runway 0, please.
There's a taxi then. Mike. So we're going to take Mike here, stand number 4. So we're going to go straight in and look via Alpha. Didn't like that. Superb. Right, cleaning up then. So flaps are up, trim reset, slats all the way up. Yeah, awesome add-on. I'd highly recommend it. Great challenge as well. 3,100. We'll set this to 100. Flight director switches are off. Where is the other one? There it is. Pitot can come up. APU spooling up. That'll be for the probes to position. I just do the same cleanup as I do in the 7-3.
30.
Thanks a lot, Tor 4x4. That's very generous. Again, you're donating so much to me at the moment. Thanks, buddy. To say.
Woohoo, caught another live even if it is the end. My aviation inspiration for the day.
Thank you very much, Tor and 4x4 for $15. Very, very kind. Yeah, it was good fun. It was nice. I like these short, sharp sectors. And look at that, 3 hours for a 4-sector stream's crazy. I don't think I've ever done it so short on a 2-sector stream. It's just because we did 2 short sectors. But guys, I think you kind of like it as well. Sometimes longer flights it's great if you've got lots of questions, but I've had no time for too many of you here in chat today, so my apologies for that. It's been quite intensive, but I've enjoyed it there. Right, we'll take the next right. APU's up and running. This is the scenery from ORBX as well. I think it comes part of the Stockholm Scouser scenery you need to install to get this. They included it for free, but there is a payware developer who's offered this airport for free if you're interested. Just look it up on Google. It is there. Turn these lights off. Look how bright they are. Look, if I retract them, you'll see them turning off straight away. Fortunately, there's a large bus on my stand. Oh, he's reversing. Oh, he's out of the... Yes, get out of the way. Thank you. I think he's trying to say something. Get out. I'd be very concerned. Valdon, you're in the KLM spectating. Oh, cool. No marshing, unfortunately. Awesome. Yeah, the sims performed really well. I've had no sim issues in Microsoft Flight Simulator for months. It's great. Right, that's a nice full stop. Parking brake is set. AP should be available. It is. On. We can shut down engine 1 and 2. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Where are they? They are. Welcome to the island of Gotland, Visby. First ever time. It's had a superb day. I'm pretty pleased. Oh gosh, I've gone a bit long past the line here, but I think that's the way to do it.
Jet management 612.
Another successful Alpaca Airways flight. Right, let's get everything open. Get these passengers off. I want to stretch their legs. Forward main. Forward stair. Forward service. Forward cargo, mid cargo wise. None of that opening. These hydraulic pumps probably. That shouldn't be an issue opening the doors. Is it a pressurization issue, or is the maybe because the anti-coal line's on? Or is it what? Why is nothing opening? APU on. I don't know why. We're not going to do a replay, so let me just get all the stuff connected for a bit of realism. Power, catering, baggage. And they've all appeared from nowhere. Ah! There's one door opening. There we go. Aft stairs. GPU. That's coming. GPU can go on the bus. Perfect. And it's unloading the passengers as well. How cool is that? And it's interactive. The way it changes, which is pretty cool. Oh, what's happened here? Beast.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Get ourselves into a nice position. Sorry, as the GPU and catering truck. There's a few issues. There's the aircraft coming into land as well. Awesome. There we go. Let's leave it at that. We can watch the carnage ensue. Great stream, loved it. Thank you very much. Edo listed an 82 out of 10. Would bark again to see what you did there. Daniel Tiovola, those freaking taxi lights were nice. They're really cool. I remember when we first flew this, we increased the humidity in the air, and you could sort of see the light scattering. What's that GPU truck doing? Liam Bark enjoyed the stream. Cheers, thank you. And Martin, thanks for your 36 months as a member. Unbelievable. It's 3 years. Outstanding job. Cheers. Thank you very much, sir, for being a member for 3 years on the channel. That's crazy. Does the window open? It does. There you go. Look. And it does change the audio as well. Jim's feeling a little bit hot under the collar. There you go. And you can see the windows open there too. Yeah, great add-on. I'd thoroughly recommend this aeroplane. It is expensive, but if you want to fly a great MD-82 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah, I think it's awesome. I don't fly the airplane in real life, but I love its quirkiness. There's some great tutorials online, the PDF checklists available as well. A lot of great documentation comes with the add-on too. So yeah, it gets the thumbs up and approval from me. John Alexander, so question your airline, when do you turn the autopilot off in good weather days? Do you do a lot of manual flying under flight level 280 or less? So it's not really stipulated really. If the weather's quite nice, once I'm below 10,000 feet, I'll disconnect on a nice day. You know, when the weather's pants, clouds, busy traffic, well, the airline doesn't want you disconnecting in busy airspace. For example, if you're flying into London, it'd be a bit stupid to disconnect to 10,000 feet with a lot of traffic, holding and all that sort of stuff. But if it's clear, number one, mind if I disconnect, buddy? Yeah, off we go. That's what I usually do. Oh, it's 129 feet per minute. Not bad, but there was a massive float there. My goodness there. Flight Sim, great airplane, I agree. Dr. Trench, included documentation with the Maddog is really nice. It is great, and it goes into a lot of technical details as well. And is there a tutorial flight? I can't remember, but there's loads of content available online. Right, guys, so yeah, I am apologising for the fact that there's no replay available. It messes with this add-on a lot. The flaps bending round, the gear doesn't come down properly, it's like a belly landing, the engine sounds don't work properly. It's just not compatible, unfortunately. So I did try it again today, and I was like, nah, it's just not worth it. So we'll end it here with the passengers offloading. I hope you enjoyed this stream and the last stream in the MD-82. We'll probably have a break from the aircraft now. As I just said, it's a great add-on as well. Now, it's my last day off. I'm back to work tomorrow. I've got a full block of flying, no standbys, long days, so there won't be anything until at least the middle to the end of next week. But do follow me on my socials. I do try and post the odd story here and there, and whatnot on Instagram, so be sure to keep an eye on that. So if you want to stay up to date with the content though and see when I'm going live, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and if you're a member, thank you for your continued support. To everyone that donated, thank you very much for your generosity today. Enjoy the rest of your week, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night for me.